We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, 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 now trip, trip, trip. Oh, flick that switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning. I know we're acting stupid, we're being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Let's go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. We feel so young. Oh, 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 so take me on a trip, 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 trip. Oh, flick that switch, kill the lights. I know we're acting stupid, we're being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Let's go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. We feel so young. I know we're acting stupid, maybe just a little bit foolish. Just go a little Taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey.
Here we are, actually at the end
Yeah,
of the HQ run today.
yeah, it was a good day.
But we can't be at the end if we're actually at the start. Hang on. This is the start of the video.
Oh yeah, well,
Damn. Let's go back. Hang on. Did you bring a DeLorean?
yeah, we've got to hit 88 miles per hour. We'll go back in time.
Let's go back in time. Let's show you some HQs.
In the beginning, it was like we were glued to each other, yes we were. And in a room full of people, we lost our sight. We're only us and no others, only us. But as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. Yeah, we have different dreams, so we can never grow. Yeah, as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. Cause we have different dreams, so we can never grow. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. A part of me is living a lie. I want you like the first time when we began. But as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. Yeah, we have different dreams, so we can never grow. Yeah, as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. Cause we have different dreams, so we can never grow. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again.
Peter, we dragged you over here to have a look at your HQ Pano.
Yep. Best one I own, yes.
This is top-notch quality over here.
Certainly is.
Now, paintwork like this is not easily done, is it? This takes a lot of
It's only original
time.
once. That's it. That's it.
Mate, you can have the best paintwork, the best everything, but this is turning heads everywhere today, and everyone's having a chat about it. What's the story? Where did it come from?
We got it off a mate of mine standing right there out of Ipswich. These two guys holding hands here. So, been sitting in his paddock for 11 years, and then we pulled it out and took it back to my place, and it sat there for 4. And just 3 weeks ago, we went, let's get it going for the HQ run. So,
and that was it.
That was it.
Sort of 3 weeks, put it on the road. You've just got it running.
Yeah.
Regoed and
changed the front brakes. Got a phone worthy for it. And, that was it. So it was all good. But we were going to do Street Machine Drag Challenge next year, and we're going to put a big block supercharger in it. So,
mate, that'll be impressive.
But we'll see.
Will you leave the penicillin?
Everything is. But I think it's too bad, because I think the Willowbank will say get off the track, because all the rust will shake out of it. So it's bad. You know, it's good and it's bad.
I was impressed to hear before that the plenums aren't going, mate.
They're not. No, it's good.
It's usually the first thing to go.
Yeah.
So we've got some muscle rolling through. That's probably the green it looked like when it was original,
Yeah, close.
Mate, it's impressive. And you drive it pretty hard still?
Yeah, we drive. I prefer driving this than any of my cars. I love them. Yeah.
Really?
Love my
It's good fun?
Yeah, it's good fun. Brings a smile to all the boys' faces when we're driving it, and everybody else. So.
And 186?
186, yeah.
Yeah, Trimatic, is it?
Column manual.
Column,
had
3-speed?
Had a 202, and the guy that had it before us blew it up. He was driving it to Roma every week.
Wow.
And it blew up, the 202, and he put a 186 and went, it's too slow, and they just parked it up in the paddock, and that was it.
That sat there, and now you pulled it out and recovered it.
Yeah.
Mate, it's good to see you bring it out and do this. It's a good head turner.
Yeah, it is. It might turn people's heads one way, but it turns people's head the other way as well too. I don't care.
That's fine, as long as you're having fun.
We're having fun. Yeah.
That's it, and that's what it's all about.
That's it.
So, no, good stuff, and thanks for having a chat with us.
No problem.
Thanks,
Thank
Peter.
you.
Stillness somewhere above the city lights, you're falling in love. Still aware, you know it is true that you are lost, and this is a clue. Love is forever, love is forever. To believe, you gotta let go. Light as a feather, light as a feather, lucid dreaming over Tokyo. Love is forever, love is forever. Love is forever, love is forever. With the music still in your ears, you're on your way.
Joel here from
to
Perry Road
conquer
Performance, so he's willing to have a bit of a chat and tell us about this party bus he's rolled in here in today. We have a couple of Jaegers, so mate, what, Chevy truck? Or Chevy van?
1976 G20 Chevy van, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what's it running?
It's factory 350, 4-speed auto. It's all like factory running gear, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then completely decked out in the back.
Yeah.
Massive sound system.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear. Like, this has been pumping out here across the whole whole party, and that's clear as. So
Yeah.
What sort of system is it?
So it's got a Sony double din head unit with GPS tracking and all that sort of stuff. It's got 4 12s, 2 under each seat, which are all ported, all competition Sony stuff. And it's got a big row of SPL subs in the back with like inverters and stuff to run the Jaeger chilled dispenser, the fridge, and the telly and stuff.
Yeah.
When we bought it, we had to rewire half of it. It was built in New York originally.
And what's the day like today, you reckon, this HQ run?
Yeah, it's awesome. This is our first time. Like, usually the years previously we tried to have a QE for the day, but we never have. So this year we decided to bring the Chevy van and just like sit in the background, try and like be inconspicuous. And yeah, it's
Not really
awesome day.
inconspicuous with all that.
Not really, nah. Oh, hey, someone's got a party.
And Perry Road Performance, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of everything.
Yeah,
down
so
there.
we do roadworthies and sell white wall tyres. We sell any tyres wholesale.
Yep.
Sell rear window Venetians, front visors, all that sort of stuff. Do club regos. And
Yeah, right.
So it's one-stop shop. You get a cool classic, come to us. We can do your club rego, do your roadworthy, and get you on the road in a day.
Excellent. And we can find you on Facebook?
Yeah,
or?
Facebook. Yeah, Perry Road Performance.
Perfect. Excellent. Thanks for having
Cheers,
a chat.
brother. No worries. Time for another Jaeger.
Little Pete, good to see you here
Yeah,
today,
no worries,
How
mate.
are
Good
ya?
to meet you.
Mate,
Yes.
Your HQ Coupe here, this is a little bit different.
It is a bit different, mate, as you can see. She's gone out instead of in.
Yeah, look,
Very,
those guards, yeah, completely different to what we're used to seeing. So
That's right,
And it's
yeah.
sort of nearly got like a bit of an American look to it.
Yeah, some say they've got a bit of a 68, 69 Camaro arse end of it,
Yeah,
by the look of it. But yeah, the guy's certainly got a bit different on it.
and I reckon that's probably a lot more work than going in a tub, right?
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more dimensions in it,
Yeah.
a lot more measurements in it. But yeah, it certainly looks apart and a bit different from every other coupe you see here today.
Nah, perfect. And how long have you owned it?
I've had it since I was about, since I was about 20 years old. So I've had it for about 23 years. 23 years. I've had it
Wow. Okay.
for. So I've had it for a fair stint now.
You know this car pretty well.
Yeah, so the Redlands knows all about it here too.
Okay, so local. Mate, what are you running?
It's a 454.
So you're putting some power down.
Yeah, it's all backed up with 150 shot of nitrous on it. So it runs 1050 at,
Wow.
at 132 mile an hour.
Yeah.
On the track.
What sort of box you got?
I'm running a 2-speed glide
Yeah, okay.
with a 4.5 stall converter in it.
And is it a 9-inch as well?
It's a 9-inch diff, yeah.
Yeah.
With a true track in it, 31 splines, axles, yeah.
And those
Wilwood
big
brakes.
tyres, they get it down?
And yeah, it sticks to the ground.
Yeah, right. And what about just cruising?
Cruising is just great for cruising in with the true track, so there's no mini spool or full locker traction, you know, like you get that around the corner.
Yeah, right.
And I've got the twin thermo fans in here, and I've also got my tranny cooler fan in here as well.
Yeah.
And that blows as well. And so I've basically got 3 fans in here blowing all the hot air in it and out of the engine bay. So it works a treat and stays on 180 degrees, especially in those really hot days that we get in the summertime.
Yeah, right. And you've always been into the HQs. What got you into cars, mate? What was your first one?
Mate, my first car I've ever had was I had an SS Tirana hatchback.
Oh,
which
Julie,
I-
you started
which
out all right.
I did not want to sell, but it was unfortunately I had to sell it. And yeah,
Not too many people get to start off
it was
that
a
well.
long, it was a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I sold it for $4,000 and it was original.
Man,
So,
that's
yeah,
isn't
I
it?
wish I had still had it.
So many wish I had stories, isn't
That's
there?
right. Yeah, but
So-
they were the everyday sort of car back then.
Yeah.
They weren't, you know.
Wasn't anything special.
No, that's right, exactly. You,
And
know,
now
you,
you
you
look
had
at
your Commodores, you know.
But you're doing all right with the HQ Coupe too. So.
Yeah, I love the old coupes. Love
Yeah.
them, love them. I want to get the baby seat in it so I can take my son for a ride in it. He's busting to go for a ride in it.
Really?
So I've got to do a few modifications in the back to
Be able to do it.
accommodate the baby seat in it. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
And he loves the horsepower too, mate.
That's good. No,
he's
that's
a bit
good.
of a track boy.
Start them young.
That's it, mate. Yeah, in a junior
Next
grade
generation. He'll be
Yeah,
waiting for
exactly.
a hand-me-down one day.
stuff. He wanted to be a pretty big shed, mate. He's got old mine and dad's gear to go in yet.
How good's that? Lucky boy.
Want to be a big shed.
Nah, excellent.
all
And you're
good.
wearing the Radio Riot shirt, mate. You're going to be
Yeah,
out there?
mate. Yeah, we're entering it next year. Next month.
Next
We're in
month,
it.
yeah, in September. We'll be out there, so we'll,
it's going to
we'll catch up with you.
It's
and
going to
say
be
good day.
great, mate. Yeah, definitely. Good talking to you guys.
Thanks, Will. Pete.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Great
mate.
turnout. Awesome.
Just close your eyes.
Just close your eyes.
All right, here we are, back at the end. From the start, now the end.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how? I'm lost.
Some
Where
sort
are
of
we?
time travel.
Are we in the middle? No, we're definitely at the end. Hope you enjoyed that. There's some cool cars, lots of HQs.
Yeah.
What'd you say, 240 odd?
So yeah, 248 or 250 or something, and then over 300 when you combine in all the cars. So it was a massive day. The weather was immaculate, so perfect day for it.
Yeah, definitely. Really good spot. Yeah, great people, great cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, great event, just well organised. yeah, pretty happy with the day, and I
Yeah.
recommend anyone to get down here and check it out.
Yeah.
And even tag along.
Yeah.
If you got something cool, tag along and check out all the HQs. Plenty of people along the side of the road having a look as well.
Yeah,
as we,
plenty of thumbs
rolled
up as we drove through. So
Yeah, no, very cool day. Thanks to Mitch and the enemy taking me along for a bit of a cruise as well. And you got to follow with all the gear.
yeah.
But pretty cool video. So
Yeah.
what do we
Well,
ask everyone to do?
If you love the video and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. That way you can get notified as long as you hit the bell when we upload a new video. Hit like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. And make sure you go over to Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. Follow us there.
Check
and
us out
do
on our
all those
socials.
things. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
See you there.
We're still muted. Now we're not. There we go. We weren't muted on the podcast. So if you're on the podcast, you heard us say hello already.
Well, you just have to listen back to hear that.
The chat's catching up. Look at it go. 1,001 messages coming through.
There you go. Lights, camera, action. Here we are for another week of Overtaking Lane, coming to your screens and
your door.
earbuds,
Coming to your door.
wherever it's happening.
Hang on. Left my drink on the set.
Whoops. We're just never ready. We were out getting drinks. Weren't ready at all. Doors are still open. But it's all happening. There you go. We got another big week, right? It is a big week because we got a big quiz on tonight. What do we call the show?
Battle of the Champions.
Oh, that's what's happening tonight.
Thanks, Steve. Steve Wilde dropped us $20. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. There you go. What else we got? We got the Battle of the Champions. Why is it the Battle of the Champions? Let's just discuss that because people in the podcast might be new. They may have no idea.
This is the battle of the only two people who've ever made it to the 8-week prize level.
And Mark's at 10.
I think so, yeah.
10 weeks at the moment. So it will be big. You should mention who's in the chat. Say good days.
JRM, Rob's here. G'day, Rob. James Bayless, Mad Dad, Marv, Trevor Smith, Matty Crick, Steve Wild, of course. Thank you again, Steve. Anthony Vellini, Lynn, Gary Sparkplug, Beck as well. Sally H, Page, Mix Master Mark. I think I've gotten everyone, unless there's new messages. Benson Hedges, good evening. 11 weeks, there you go.
I'll close all those doors.
Darcy, good evening.
Heaps in here. 25 already to start the show. 13 likes. Hit that thumbs up for us on there, and we'll let's jump into. Have you done all the
Scotty
hellos
S.
now?
Was a G. Good evening.
G'day. Sup?
Brad's dropped us $40.
Oh, thanks, man.
Gary's dependable spark plugs.
That is
Kivas,
awesome.
good evening.
Thanks, mate. Close the doors. Get ready. We were not ready. I was out mixing drinks, and we were laughing at Tyler's attire tonight. He's wearing his fully hectic Everlast trackies, and it was a bit of a giggle before the show. We were saying he needed his white Adidas cap and gold chains, and a Mazda rotary.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a laugh. Yeah, we better not forget about those camera angles, and we better give a shout out. That's the next part of the show that we do at the start. How poorly are we? We're so unprepared today, aren't we?
Superformance.
Tell us all about Superformance, Tyler.
Been in the business for 40 years. Building epic show cars, sourcing the hard-to-find parts, 9-inch diffs, V8 engines. You name it, they can probably do it. Especially independent front suspension.
A lot of work's gone into that and the development of what they've got. So check them out, give them a like, give them a follow. And also don't forget to jump on our website and check out our merchandise and the binder range, as well as the drying towels.
Yep.
These things there. Look, the Overtaking Lane drying towels. Made a sneak appearance in the video. We did all the testing of the Jay Leno's gear as well. So
yep, that we did.
Tried out some different car washes. So you can check that video from this week. If that's something that interests you and you want to check it out, then get on over and have a look at that. Anyone else join us in the chat?
Let's have a look. Nightbot's joined us. No.
Again, here every week. Nightbot, good work. We got some stories.
No one extra yet.
We got some stories to jump into.
Was watching Perkins Engineering and found this. Oh, there you go.
Welcome. Oh, wow. Well, thank you. Welcome to come across. And we got some news stories from around the car scene or around the just cars in general, I guess, is probably the way to put out what we do on a Thursday night. Car news. Is that how you would describe it?
Yep.
That's what this is about. Whatever the car news is showing us from the week, and we'll talk about that and react to it.
Is it a show about cars and the people who drive them?
There you go. That's a good idea. We should do that show. But we do have some car news, and actually, look, there's one story that we might talk about to start with, and touch on this one so that we can move on to better stories, because it's not a good story. It's
We've got some more shout outs in the chat quickly before we do this. Everyday Car, good evening. How are we going?
G'day.
Welcome in. David Wood, g'day.
G'day, mate.
The Hoff and Dave Ray.
G'day, guys.
In the chat.
So our first story relates to one of the Lagana brothers, top fuel drivers in America, the Lagana brothers, Dom and Bobby. Dom has been involved in an accident with Richie Crampton.
So and another young person as well, I believe.
Yes, I don't know.
Jake Sanders.
Okay, there you go. So they, and I believe the accident was just outside of the Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis on Sunday evening, which would have been Monday for us.
Yeah.
So, and that's the car I believe they were leaving in, and they have gone off the road and hit a pole.
Yeah.
And he's in a critical condition in hospital, Dominic. So, and still, the last update that I've found on the news today says that he is still in a critical condition. His brother Bobby has sent out a big thanks for the car community, for all the well wishes that have come in from around the world for Dominic, and we're no different to anyone else in that scene to say, we certainly hope everything is on the mend, and he gets better very soon. So sad state of affair, but it had no seatbelts on, right?
According to the police report, yeah.
And it's
unconfirmed though. It is unconfirmed.
I guess they would have had some sort of racing belts in that car. I would imagine that's a
Dragzine says reliable sources, but unconfirmed.
Said that he was thrown from the car. Went off the roadway, struck a utility pole, and unconfirmed, but we're not wearing seatbelts. They've been ejected from the vehicle, suffered a broken hip, Crampton, and Lagana suffered life-threatening injuries, and presently on a ventilator in a critical condition, with no change that I'm aware of up till now. So Jake Sanders also injured, and he was being treated in a nearby hospital. But Dominic Lagana, obviously the worst out of that accident. And, they possibly could have been speed involved, but I guess there's investigations into that. But whatever it was, it's not a good thing, and we send our well wishes. And, certainly hope that he gets better soon. I'm sure that the comments are probably the same.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any.
Yeah, there's comments. That's all right.
That was my segue to you.
Oh, you wanted me to read them out?
I was just throwing to you. Yeah.
Well, yes, I said yes.
Okay. We're all over it. I guess
I was going to read up the other comments that came through that weren't related, that came through before we
go for
come through. The Hoff is headed out to Willowbank this weekend, as well as
for test and tune,
as well as Trevor Smith. Yep.
For Saturday at 10.
Don't know,
because
there's a morning and an evening session.
Yeah, there's 2 sessions, and
Trevor's booked for the morning session.
Oh yeah, cool. So are we. Excellent.
So are you.
Yep. But I think I've got a slide about that, so we can talk about that. But before we do, it's no longer dry July, so I hope everyone can enjoy a drink or a soda water or two, or whatever your drink.
Hate on my soda water.
Whatever you're drinking. I've got soda water. Maybe not just soda water, but hopefully you can join us for a drink tonight. And a story that did pop up.
Booked for both sessions.
He's in both. There you go. I think you should ring them tomorrow and talk about some media access as well, so that we can hang around and get some extra filming.
Well, we're filming a video on you. I don't know if I want to
Scary.
spend 18 hours out at the drags.
You might need to. I might break down at the start and then
I'll
it's
leave.
all over. You got nothing else to film.
I'll drive another car.
You have to go film something else. But maybe someone like the Hoff's probably having a drop of this one here, this small bottle that I'm holding up behind me.
James Bayless is drinking some Earl Grey. Was a G. He got the iced coffee.
Oh, on the iced coffees.
Darcy will be at QR up the road, working with a Trans Am.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So this bottle here is the Bowmores Whiskey. Bowmore, certainly, I guess, are famous for whiskey in a sense. They're probably not well known for it though.
Yeah.
Not in normal circles, but this is they've got together with Aston Martin, right? And this is a DB5 piston, that they've turned into a bottle. So that actually is a piston down here, and they've put the bottle into that. Now, tell us about this whiskey though. They don't make too many of these, right?
This is called the Black Bowmore Db5, 1964. It harkens back to a very good year for both Aston and Bowmore. It was the year that the distillery installed its first steam boiler, ending its traditional use of coal fires to heat its stills. Regular Black Bowmore is already one of the rarer single malts out there, and it got a start on November 5th, 1964 with that new boiler. And it's only been bottled 6 times in 50 years.
And it's only been bottled 6 times in 50 years. Okay. But, there's a fair bit of this stuff around, right? They've made 6,000 bottles of whiskey, these guys?
Since 1993.
So since 1993, they've made 6,000 bottles. That sounds like a lot, right?
When you compare it to the fact that Jack Daniel's sold over 13 million 9-litre cases in 1 year alone.
Okay, so maybe it's not a lot.
No.
Now, this looks like a nice drop. we'll have a couple of these with a bit of Coke on the weekend, right?
Just setting you back. Cool. 65K.
That's a per bottle. $65,000 a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's US probably.
Yeah. I guess that's probably
This is a US website, so
It is. It is on thedrive.com.
it would be 90,000 Australian dollars.
Just in case you're wanting to buy one, we'll throw the links up in the show notes on the podcast as well, right?
Yeah.
But
We've got
how much is that in Australia?
90K.
$90,000. So this is probably what once the Hoff gets a nice 8-second pass or something on the weekend, he'll be like celebrating and cracking one of these, having a shot.
It says at the end of the article, what sort of special occasion would one break open a bottle of Black Bowmore? Finishing a project car would be my guess. That would ensure it's got at least a few more years to age.
Wow, what could be so important of an event to crack open a $90,000 bottle of whiskey?
No idea.
What would it be in your life? What would you crack that open for?
I don't know. I was thinking before, I was like, if I ever bought this, I think it would just sit there. I wouldn't even open the box that came in.
There'd be no reason to drink it. You're about to buy. You're about to buy a house. That's exciting times.
I wouldn't crack open a $65,000 bottle.
You might get a $6 bottle of wine.
If that. I don't drink. Crack open a bottle of water.
Big spender. Drop it in comments. What do you think is worthy of something of that value to crack that open? Let us know what your thoughts are.
David Woods heading out to QR Sunday morning.
Testing, David? Testing or
Zig? Good evening. How you going?
Hey,
George Hutsey, Gentleman
G'day, George.
Jack. Good evening, George.
He's on the Gentleman Jacks. That's the way.
Jason Bales. G'day.
G'day, mate. Zig, I'm catching up on a couple of your videos the other night. A little bit behind. So, checking out a few things on there.
Bruce McLeish. Good evening. How we going?
G'day, Bruce. Any comments yet? We're 30 seconds behind, so we're going to
Mixmaster Mark says, I'll take 2, thanks.
Grab 2 bottles. Why stop at 1?
George says, no Coke, boys.
Hey, well, why wouldn't you just, drop $90,000 and then mix it with Coke?
The Hoff says, my Jim Beam small batch is usually $79 a bottle.
That's already big spender enough, you reckon?
Brad says, putting the engine back in your Rodeo.
Well, that's been a few years coming. That's aged nearly as long as a bottle of that. Just stirring Brad up a little bit there. I did find it, actually.
Darcy says, just a Friday night tipple.
Just an average Friday night.
Zig says, if I won 90 mil.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm really keen to win the.
James Baylor says, if you buy 6 of them, do you get the rest of the engine?
Because you've already got all the pistons.
And Dave's out there testing.
Okay. Now,
and Scotty says nothing.
Nothing's worth cracking that open. Dave's out there testing. He's out there testing the Hyundai for the MTAQ racing team.
Yep.
For the XL Cup. We certainly are looking forward to bringing you some videos of that this year as well, about not just the racing, but also some of the work and the prep that goes into the car. There's quite a lot that goes into them. There's people think that the XL Cup's probably some sort of cheap racing to get into. I guess maybe it is on the scale of things, but it's not. There's a lot in it. But I hear that there's going to be a race up in Townsville. Yeah?
There you go. I don't know.
I thought you told me. Aren't they racing in Townsville before the V8s?
I don't know. You may have told me this.
Oh, I don't know. David will let us know. Is it? I think we're racing in Townsville. I thought you knew. But there you go. Anyway, there's a pretty cool bottle of stuff. I thought we'd bring that and just talk about that because we've talked about some different things with the Big Yeti watch and stuff like that recently as well, haven't we? So we'll jump into another story. And
no, there's no pouring the liquor for the homies. No. The Hoff says a few tricks those Excel blokes use.
Yeah, I know the Hoff's had a few in there on the dyno. So, there's plenty of work and tricks and lots of stuff goes into that. So, to work out what you can do, because there's a lot of rules involved.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, working out how to use those rules to your advantage as best that you can. But we'll certainly have some action on that.
Call of Org says not cracking open the bottle is akin to watching one's car sitting idle in the garage. I don't think I would ever spend $65,000 on a bottle of alcohol anyways because I don't drink alcohol.
No, well,
It's hard for me to relate it.
90,000 Australian.
Yeah.
There's plenty of cars you could get for that, right?
If I had that sort of money to be able to drop on a car, I'd probably drive it every day.
I've seen a very, very nice Tirana set up for the drag racing as well for $125,000 the other night. I'd rather spend some money on that.
There you go.
So, more stuff for my shed that's hopefully starting soon. But test and tune. We did make mention of that. There's a few people heading out there, Trevor Smith and Scotty Hoff.
Mm-hmm.
We will also be out there to pop my cherry of drag racing.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been down the strip. As many times as I've been there and watched, I've never actually, I've never raced down the track. So you get to come along, watch me do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll shoot some videos on that of me hopefully not doing any epic fails. But
just don't stage it on the rear wheels.
You never know what I'll do. I'm just going to get down the other end.
Darcy says 32 XLs entered. And Dave says Townsville, September 5-6, support category for the supercars.
There you go, September 5 and 6. We'll talk about that date shortly too. But how cool is that to get for them to be support category for the V8 supercars?
Very cool.
So many things that, COVID messed up this year. We were really excited to see them also out racing with the Masters.
Sorry, you mean the
muscle car.
The TCR series.
Well, you were interested to see the TCRs.
Yeah, well, the Touring Car Masters.
Well, yeah,
was
not that I wasn't
series to the TCR.
Not that I wasn't interested in seeing TCR. I was interested in seeing TCR, but Touring Car Masters was would have been also great to see out at Morgan Park. So, but hopefully something happens in that. But it's a bit hard with all the border closures. But yes, Test and Tune is on this weekend. Fire away with all your tips for a novice first-time drag racer, and I'm sure I'll try and bug the Hoff while I'm out there as well to give me a few tips on getting down the track. Tyler, you've been there and done it. You've been down the track and you've spent a fair bit of time on the track.
Yeah,
you spend more time on the quarter in one run than most do.
Yep.
So look, in comparison, right? I know the Hoff, he's raced heaps, right? And the Bamboo goes down the track. He's been down there pretty quick in the Corolla. Mm-hmm. But in the time that you've spent on the track, one run for you was equivalent to 3 runs for him.
Yeah.
Was it?
Something like that.
No, 2 runs for him. Maybe not 3.
Close to 3.
Close to 3. Nearly 3. He could nearly get 3 in. 2.5.
James Bayless says start small and slow like in the Mirage.
Well, We'll be in the Ute. That's for certain. We won't be in the H show. We'll be in the Ute. The H show's still waiting on the interior to come back. So
Marv says tip number 1, Dave, go when the other guy does.
Well, I guess the thing is to get used to it first, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to take off as soon as the light goes green.
Oh, how do you do?
Well,
The
that's to
last
get a
yellow.
reaction time.
You got
Yes.
to take off on the last yellow.
To take off on the last yellow, second last yellow. I thought Terry said.
Well, it's probably front wheel drive cars.
But I think it is one of those things that you do. You don't have to. Sorry, where was I going with that? You don't have to take off straight away, right? Your time starts when you break the beam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to affect my time to sit on the start line and have a bit of a slower reaction time. We should look at the comments and see what's coming through.
The Hoff says it's value for money to be slow.
You get more bang for your buck.
James Bayless says tip number 2, Dave, forward gears.
That helps.
Just don't put it in half a race.
We are manual.
George says only one way to go, flat out.
Go fast and go forwards and go fast. That's what I've got so far. Forwards and fast. Or what the Hoff said, take your time and get your money's worth.
Was a G says my tip for a first timer is get them tyres warm and hit it 1 second before it goes green.
That's good. So I've got to get a little bit of practice because I'm also in the road trip. I've entered in the road trip and I'm in like true street tyre 275 class against people like Scott Cortina and I'm just going to get smashed. I'll be totally gone. But you're not knocked out in the road trip. You race all weekend and so you still get the same amount of racing no matter what. Scotty Sherrington. That's the best tip I give is don't break shit. Ask him how he knows that. I'm hoping not to.
Trevor Smith says if you're shifting manually, make sure you have a shift light. You'll be on limiter and not hear it straight away with the helmet on.
Yeah, definitely don't have a shift light.
The Hoff says if you stage with the back wheels, it's good for 3/10.
That helps. That's what I need. So is it nice and flat and I just sit in neutral and I don't roll, or should I handbrake up and pull the revs up?
I don't know. I had the handbrake on and had the clutch engaged. So
maybe that's what I need to do. There you go. Mad Dad says push the right pedal to the headlight. That's the way. Last Amber, nail it, says Zig, and don't forget to breathe. Well, if I don't breathe, it'll only be for about 12 seconds at the most, surely. The Ute should at least pull a 12, depending on my driving. It should do 11s, but my driving says it'll maybe high 12s.
No, Scotty
says don't do burnouts on street tyres. I've been told that as well. Yeah, Scott, thank you. I've been told that. Terry from the commentary team out there said, don't bother doing burnouts on street tyres.
Said he'll laugh at you if you do.
Yeah. Unless you just want to do a burnout, right? You can go out there and do a burnout legally. That's the one place you can go smoke it up and have some fun. But it might be detrimental to the run. The Nidos should be pretty sticky anyway. We'll see how it goes. I think I'll have some fun anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I don't break anything and we drive it home, I'll be happy. All right.
Was a G says if you bunny hop, keep that pedal down.
Okay, good. Just floor it, go hard. Good tips, guys. Thank you. All right. We'll jump into what's our next slide? Our next slide is September 5th, which Dave Wood
I didn't
mentioned.
even know all these are about.
You didn't know I had all these extra slides in there,
No.
did you? I just throwing stuff in there randomly. September 5th, 2020, coming up at Warwick Dragway is Junga Bunga's No Prep Cash Days number 2. How exciting is that?
Very. You getting out there to do it?
I'm more excited. You don't sound very excited. I'm pretty excited. No, I'm not entered.
Yeah.
You could have took the Mirage. or the Skyline maybe. But
If you take the Skyline, I said we need a car trailer. I wouldn't want to drive it.
So
Not through some of those roads.
It is a cool event though, right? And obviously some people liked the video. We've got like 4,000 views on the just the highlights reel.
Yeah.
Like the recap video. So I think 4,000 or 5,000 on the live stream. And then 4,000 views on the video that we did. Which puts it up there in some of our top videos. So obviously you guys do like that, and you're obviously keen to see that one again. I'm keen to see it again. I'm keen just to be there. So Matty Lloyd's putting on this day again, and Warwick Dragway, and all the volunteers out there at Warwick, obviously that are involved. Really good event. Really just a cool, laid back, chilled atmosphere at that track. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very. Yes, it is. Yeah. It is a very very chilled atmosphere out there. It's quite nice, relaxing. Everyone's friendly. Talk to anyone. You can talk to anyone on any of the tracks, really. Everyone's friendly in drag racing, so
they really are. And that's something I've been going to drag racing events for years, and you sort of you go out in the pits and you have a look at stuff, of course, and I always have. But you certainly. For me, some people probably would, but I generally don't approach people. But since I do the channel, yes, I do now. But I found that people are very approachable out there, and they want to talk about their car in the same way I do at a car show or anything. If someone wants to come and talk to me about my car, it's my car. It's my passion. I love it, and I want to talk about it. If someone's interested in it, then that's cool. Like that makes your day. And they're no different, right? Unless they're busy rebuilding something that's broken in between, or the pressure's on, or whatever it might be. But generally they're all up for a chat.
We got a question. James Bayless says, "What about the Honda?"
What's going on? What's going on with the Honda?
We could have taken that to the track.
Yeah. What's happening with the Honda? The Honda's sitting with a dead flat battery. Just sitting actually, and we've got to leave it sit there with a dead flat battery so we can go test out all these cool products that Schumacher sent us.
Yeah.
So Schumacher sent us jump start pack, battery chargers, battery maintainers, and all these bits and pieces, and it's a pretty good chance to with a completely, not only actually just a flat battery, that's a dead battery.
Yeah.
It is dead. It needs replacing. So it'll be interesting to see if we can start that. It is only 4-cylinder, so should do it easily.
Beck says Brad can tow it up to tow it up there for you.
There you go.
George says you guys are so lucky in Queensland, racing all the time.
We're lucky to still have it, and and fingers crossed that we do keep all this COVID stuff out.
The Hoff says Warwick Dragway is my favourite track. Awesome atmosphere, decent people, good food.
But I don't believe you're entered into the no prep cash days. Oh, what's going on there, mate? I thought you would have been on that. Talk about good food. Actually, do you remember Matty Loy mentioned to us that the canteen out there, he said they've just put their prices up. He said it is now $12 for a burger, chips and drink. It's always been $10, he said, but generally now it's about $12, he thinks.
Yeah.
Because the canteen hasn't been open for a while because of COVID. But that is cheap.
Yeah.
How good is that? $12 for a burger, chips and drink. I don't think you get that anywhere. So that's good. That's why you want to get out and support these guys at Real Track. And we'll wait and see whether there may or may not be spectators to this event. It is a volunteer-run track. So this track at Warwick is it's council-owned land, and it's completely run by volunteers. They volunteer their time. They put money in themselves to keep the track going. Obviously, they get some council funding, not a great deal. But a lot of work goes into it to keep it going, and they do a great job. So, but they definitely can't guarantee spectators and risk themselves to possible fines if they do get something wrong.
Yeah.
So there may be spectators. You'll just have to watch the page and wait and see. If there is spectators, it will be a limited number. So keep an eye out in case you want to get out there. So you get in early if it is limited.
The Hoff says, no, I don't have anything quick enough right now or spare time.
Don't have anything quick enough. I don't know about that. What, a 900 horsepower Supra is not quick enough? Spare time, I guess he's busy. He's very busy with work. There's like a 900 horsepower Supra sitting over there in Nugget Garage. I'm wearing the shirt tonight, Hoff, too. There you go. But yeah, definitely worth watching Warwick anyway and see where the spectators get allowed. If not, you can watch the live stream with us and the video.
Rat Fink, good evening. How we going?
G'day, Ron.
Trevor Smith says Manshake still cheaper. Lol, 15.5 kilos down for me so far, Dave.
Mate, you are catching me. I've just hit 112. So what's that? 17 kilos for me.
Yeah.
So not doing too bad. So I'm wearing my Nugget Garage shirt, and because I thought it won't be too long before it's too big for me, so I'll get some use out of it. But my Skid Factory shirt, I do have a Skid Factory shirt that I haven't fitted into for some time. Mind you, it's a 2XL, but it's equivalent to about a large. I don't know where they buy their shirts in China. I don't know, but it's certainly not the same size as the 2XL I've got for Nugget Garage. So, but I'll fit into that soon.
The Hoff says Super isn't teched.
Might go too quick.
What was races out there? I don't remember what the rules were around that. You can go
120 mile an hour on the 8th mile. There you go. So
I don't know how quick they were going. There's no time.
If you've been booted off at Willowbank, you can still, or somewhere else, you can still race at Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 120 on the 8th is what you're allowed. A little bit different to the times on the quarter that you're allowed. All right, we'll jump and slide. You're like, I don't know what's going on. You're waiting for the story. Oh,
that's why you've been throwing me off every time. I'm like, all right, here we go. I can open up about the next. Oh, never mind.
Well done.
Here's switch to this camera angle.
All right, so Kenda, get on it. So talking about drag racing events and talking about the availability for spectators to come out and watch, we're talking Kenda. And we're talking the dates of the 26th of September for spectators. But Kenda Radial Redemption will be testing 24th and 25th of September. And then the 26th of September will be the full event at Willowbank Raceway. And spectators will be allowed. Ready? Give it a... Ready? Woo!
Hang on, go again.
Woo! Spectators at the drag races. So plenty of room to social distance out there on that stand and on the hill. There's so much room out there. Really, there is. Don't sit on top of each other if you go out there because, be smart about it. We don't want this stuff closed down. We want to keep it going. So you do need to social distance. You do need to do the right thing. Stay apart so you can't reach. Over there. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
We do not want to lose these events.
No, we don't. If you switch to the other camera angle, I should be there. There we go.
We don't want to lose these events, so do the right thing if you're going out to these things. I noticed Power Play, we hope to go to Power Cruise and stuff as well, but Power Play, there was a lot of people all over the top of each other at the fence. Don't just remember to space out.
Yeah.
Stay in your groups, space out, do the best, do the right thing, and we'll keep these events going. But Kenda is another amazing event. And again, the people at Kenda are very approachable too, right? Yeah? They are? Yeah?
Yes.
You're here with me? Good stuff. Well done.
I was reading the comments. Doc Death, good evening. How you going?
G'day, brother.
Michael Maven. Good evening. How are we going?
Mavo. G'day, mate. G'day. I should have come down for a coffee today. I didn't.
Trevor Smith says, is there a limit on the spectator numbers, Dave? I gather online ticket sales till the number's reached.
I haven't heard of any limits on Kenda. So if Warwick does have spectators, it's likely to be limited. Kenda, I haven't heard any limits. I believe they've now got their COVID safe plans approved. So that does open up the ability for them to have spectators. There's a lot involved. Look, we've got a Cars and Coffee coming up on the 29th of November, which is still a while away. But we're doing Cars and Coffee, and we just don't know how many that we might get for Cars and Coffee. And so, and we're really lucky we've got the MTAQ backing us as well. It's at their location. And the MTAQ Lisa has been marvellous, and she's been doing COVID-safe planning and stuff as well for the event. And Queensland Health have come back, and they want like this 30-page document with attaching information and like so much stuff involved. So it looks like we may be limited for 500 for that event. Look, it's a Cars and Coffee, right? 500, I think, is going to cover us anyway.
Yeah.
About 70, 80 people said they're coming so far on Facebook. You know, half of them probably won't turn up. So we should be right for 500, but we're going to have to probably limit it at 500, even though the location, based on the planning and what we could do, can hold 3,000, well, 3,500, let's say, about 3,600, 3,700. But there's so much work involved, and you know, and to try and do that planning and then get it approved by Queensland Health and stuff like that, we're better off just to do the smaller plan that we can submit and have 500 to get above that. There's a lot involved, and obviously that's why that's what the tracks and stuff have had to do.
Yeah.
QR obviously got theirs approved quicker than Willowbank, but Willowbanks is now approved.
Yeah.
Any comments?
Question? No good questions yet. Mad Dad says we need drive-in movies for social distancing.
I saw this really good music event come up on my Facebook feed actually today, and they had a music concert, and they had all of these little podiums, and so like if you went out with your family, you could stand in this little, you know, it's about the size of this sort of square that we're in now. And you had a little table and some chairs, and you could have your drinks and whatever. They had a bar and stuff open, and you could do that. Or they had other ones that were just like a fence barrier. So, you know, probably about a 4x4 square area, and then there would be a gap, like an aisle, and another 4x4 square area. I thought what a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they sort of have that set up. That was like a music concert, but what an awesome idea. We need to do something like that. Anyway, off topic.
Trevor Smith says, did they check you had the COVID safe app at Willowbank? Apparently they're asking everyone that attends has it.
They ask that you have it, and you just answer yes or no. It's not a requirement to have it. They recommend that you have it and use it, but I haven't seen any benefits so far from the app. The app's not really working, I don't think. Is it? You know, we don't want to get into that topic, but from what I see, I don't think the app's doing much.
Marv says, can the 30-page report to COVID safe include 28 pages of Renee Gracie pics?
I don't think so. That'll flag some sort of bans with Queensland Health, I'm sure.
And Marv, I hadn't actually scrolled down yet. I was still scrolled up. I didn't see your comments yet. All right, calm down.
I haven't got that far. Well, you're already ignoring him.
Apparently.
I don't even have comments open. I struggle with more than
Was it Jesus? Does the app even work? I'm not sure.
I don't think it does. Like I've not. You got all these, people doing all this tracking and stuff like that.
You've got to get COVID to know.
But you got all these people doing tracking and stuff, and we see that on the news stories. There's people tracking people that come in and or whatnot, but you don't see them go, "Oh, we were able to locate everyone thanks to the app."
That's true.
So who knows? I don't think it's working as intended. But in saying that, my opinion, and I'm going to throw out my opinion, right, and take it and leave it, do whatever you want. It's just my opinion. But my opinion on the whole thing, you've got a lot of people that are refusing to wear masks or, don't want to use the app or whatever it might be, right? And just saying, or, I see people come up in my Facebook feed and maybe I should delete them that say, it's all a conspiracy or whatever. At the end of the day, if I've got to wear a mask, then so be it. If me wearing a mask might save somebody else, then I should do that. That's my opinion. Right? For what it's worth, take it or leave it. Have your own opinion. That's fine. We don't have to agree. But for the discomfort of me wearing a mask, which hopefully doesn't involve me shaving my beard off, but I have one that I'm prepared. I've got a mask that goes down that goes right down to my chest, so I can have that. I've got masks there ready for Sally. We're prepared for that. If the occasion comes and they say you've got to wear masks in Queensland, we'll wear masks. And if that means that somebody somewhere is better off because of that, then I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. And I think I also think it's insensitive to say anything bad about it in the sense that I might not know anybody that's been affected, but maybe there's someone else that has been.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, going against the idea of everything could be, bad against them. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm getting at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your opinion? You can have a differing opinion.
I don't.
No, you don't? Okay.
I don't have a differing opinion at all.
And you can have a differing opinion in chat.
I've been tracking this since they had like 30 cases. I had people who, I had someone tell me, they said, it won't ever be anything. It won't ever affect us here.
Yeah.
And
I've done the research and I know how much flu kills and all the rest of it, but the flu's way down. The amount of people died from the flu this year is like 50, which would normally be well over 600 or something in Australia at this point, and it's like at 50. So, so even what we're doing is help that. So if it helps somebody else, just do it. That's my opinion. You make up your own mind. You can do whatever you want. That's cool. But that's my thoughts.
Chris Young says morning.
G'day.
He says morning, boys and girls. Agree, Dave. Wear a mask to save another.
Certainly. Yeah, it's not for the little bit of discomfort that it may cause me. It's well worth it if it helps somebody else. Even if it didn't help them, even if it just made them feel better.
Yeah.
Like about themselves or about the situation, and maybe it has no beneficial health effects. Who cares? If that makes them feel more comfortable and less anxiety, then that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much anxiety in the world today. So many people suffer from anxiety and all the rest of it. So if that lessens somebody's anxiety, then that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought. That's a bit deep and meaningful.
Marv says, I've heard it doesn't work up here, but apparently it detected the Mount Pritchard cluster in Sydney. 530 potential contacts found.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. Well, there you go. Thanks, Marv. I hadn't heard that. So because I hadn't really heard much of actually mentioned about the app. So
James Baylor says, here, Dave. If it means we can get back to some sort of normal by wearing a mask, so be it.
And if it means that events like Kenda and Junga Bunga's No Prep and all that stuff happen, and Test and Tune on the weekend and all that happens, and Power Cruise and Overtaking Lane Cars and Coffee, if all those things happen, then it's damn well worth it.
George says, we have to wear masks in Victoria. You can't leave the house without a mask. There you go.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend who's in the States who had the same. He told me a story. Actually, he went to the store and someone wasn't wearing a mask in the store, so he went and told the manager and mentioned it to him, and they just said, "Oh, look, it's complicated. It's actually mandatory where he lives that they all wear masks and out of the house." And then the manager went, "Oh, it's just complicated. I can't." So then he went and called head office, and then they fired the manager.
Because that's tough for him. He probably didn't really want to have conflict and. And the problem is not him.
Yeah.
The problem is the person that didn't wear the mask that put him in that situation, and now that guy lost his job.
Yeah.
So that guy lost his job and now has no work and can't feed his family because someone didn't wear a mask.
Yeah.
That's the real problem.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, but to also get fired from that one incident, you've probably done a couple of things wrong before that too, right? Maybe this isn't the first time he's been reported. Maybe it is more people not wearing masks then.
Scotty Hoff says, did the Russians create the vaccine? Well, they claim they did. Others claim they didn't, and others say they need more testing. But even the WHO have said that the likelihood of there being some major complication or side effect from the vaccination is very unlikely. So, like the likelihood that you take this vaccination and your leg falls off is pretty unlikely. I don't know, you might get diarrhea or something like that, nausea, a headache, but that's probably not that bad. So maybe they have. I'll tell you something. Did you know Kodak the other day, because I watch a lot of stuff about cameras and things like that, and Kodak they've disappeared, right, over the last few years. Kodak have. Do you know who Kodak is, right?
Yeah, I had to think about what you were talking
Cameras,
about.
Kodak. Kodak, their shares were in the toilet. They were nearly gone, and then all of a sudden they got their shares went up like 600% because they got a loan from the government, and this loan 25 years to pay. They got a $700 million loan from the American government. They threw all this money at Kodak to boost this business, right? And you think, oh wow, Kodak's coming back with cameras. No, they're now a drug company.
Oh.
and they're researching coronavirus.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a big thing about it. You can check that out and have a look, because there's a big thing about it, because a lot of insider trading, possibly because all these people, the shares went. People started buying the shares before that they knew about this loan and everything, and then it went up 100%. Like if you had a share for $2, it's now worth $600.
Yeah.
Like it's massive. You could have made a killing if you had Kodak shares. Anyway,
Darcy says,
off track.
Darcy says, I've missed 4 interstate race meetings because of COVID. I'd do anything if it gets me back to motoring.
Yeah,
or
there you go.
motorsporting.
That's right. So that's the reason. You just do it. Whether it works, it doesn't work, who cares? Just do it. All right.
Dad says the chemicals in our everyday food and people think masks are stupid.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Some cool cars here in the screen behind us. Do you think everyone's wondering what's this GDS sitting on the screen? And
if there was ever a year when you simply want to just mash the throttle on a 1996 HSV GDSR and leave nothing but a trail of smoke and rubber as you tear off into the distance, this is it. Excerpt from caradvice.com.au. These cars have been dropped into Forza Horizon 4.
This is a bit of a gaming plug, right?
These cars have been dropped into Forza Horizon 4, but you don't just get them. There's a catch. You've got to earn them. You don't just get these when you buy the game. You've got to earn these.
I was going to try and go on earlier and try and download them so that we had them, and I could have put them up, and we could have you
got to earn these.
Oh yeah, okay. So it means I've got to actually do things.
In the Series 25 update, you got the yellow GDSR, a 2011 V Series HSV GDS, and the car that started it all, a 1988 VL Group A SS Walkinshaw.
I love the walkie. Yep, I do like that. But the GDSR, that's pretty cool.
Of course, in Forza Horizon 4, there has always been the 2014 Gen F GDS sedan, GDS Maloo, and the pre-HSV 1985 HDT VK Commodore.
Did you know that the GDSR, you could get a HRT optimized engine option? Yes, you knew that?
Yeah, because we talked about these last week, and they mentioned that the one that was on there didn't have the HRT optimized.
Oh, that was in the auction at Burns Auto Auctions. Now, it was $10,500 to get that option. And now, if that car at that auction had that option, it would have went for a lot more, because you know how many of those they sold with the option?
How many?
12.
Well, there you go.
They only sold 12. Only 12 buyers took up that option. $10,500 to get the HRT optimized engine, which boosted to a 230 kilowatt, 500 Newton meter.
There you
The car was worth 76 grand when it listed. So it cost you 86.5 to get that option.
go. There you go.
So any gamers, there you go. Forza 4.
Benson
some
Hedges
Holdens.
says they've been in it for ages. In Forza Horizon 4, I don't think they had. In other games, they are.
3.
I believe. I
Horizon
think it's in
3?
3, and I think even 7 has them in it as well. Like Forza 7, Motorsport 7.
There you go.
Scott the Hoff says 240 rear wheel horsepower, the GDSR.
240 rear wheel. That was without the option. Because if you got the option, you went up to...
Well, that'll be at the engine though, right? 230 kilowatts would be at
Oh,
the engine.
yeah. Yes, you are right. It is. There you go. Anyway, there's a bit
Skid
of, bit
Pig
of
says
gaming
I'd
stuff.
rather earn them than buy them. More cash for mods.
True.
Benson Hedges, too easy to make money in the game anyway. I got 16 mil from just playing it, basically. There you go.
Wow, I need to play it more.
I think they're in the old Forza, and I think 7's got them as well. I think 7's got like the biggest range of the cars of the Forza games.
7's the one we play more, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we can race Bathurst.
Yeah. And you get
not that we've played for a while. We haven't been on it for ages.
No, we haven't. You get taken down a fair bit on the old Forza.
Yeah, that's probably why we haven't played for ages, because I lose all the time.
Unless I like...
But you were playing on controller, and I'm got the full sim rig, racing
I still do
proper,
pretty good.
manual with clutch.
I could do it on the sim rig.
Yeah,
race
you
me on
still
the
beat me.
controller.
All right. Yes, you still beat me. I'll admit that.
Mark says 10K for 15 kilowatts. Then they wondered why only 12 bought the option.
True. But if you had one now, it's worth a lot more.
Scotty Sherrington says, I remember when the walkie was the shit and then a V6 3.5 VZ made the same power. Benson Hedges says 7 does. 7 is the best.
I like 7. As much as I do like the Horizons, and you can race around the streets, and I like 3 because it's Gold Coast, sort of our local, and I always go, oh, that's where the cafe is, because it's got the streets where the cafe is. Although you can't see ground floor 64, but you can cruise past. But that's probably why I like that one. But I do prefer to race 7 and race the tracks. Now, here's another story on whichcar.com.au.
I will just do two quick shout outs, or three quick shout outs in the chat.
Okay.
Was a G says iRacing is awesome. And Rob says we need to do a Forza 7 night.
We really should. We really should. And we were just talking about it earlier. We could actually stream it. We could do the Forza 7 night and stream it as well for those that don't have it.
Yeah.
Maybe, have a couple of sherbets and stream it.
And George before, I missed this, says, what about some Fords in the background? I don't know if they have any of these ones. I can't think of what it is right now, the tea bucket.
The tea bucket, there's a tea bucket.
Don't have the tea bucket in there. But the Fords are much better represented than Holdens in Forza. There's a lot more Fords.
In most racing car games.
Yeah.
But talking Fords, that's a great segue.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good segue, because talking Fords, I'm actually really impressed by this thing. This is the Ford Mustang 50th anniversary Cobra Jet. And this is for sale in Australia. And whichcar.com.au have got this story. It'll be in the show notes and stuff later on the podcast. But this is a Ford Mustang drag car. So now,
it's a bit similar to the Coppo.
Yeah. Now but now you can get this 820 kilowatt Mustang drag special.
There you go.
I think you need to get in quick, because they're obviously only limited, and it is a big price.
Well,
it is and it isn't.
We'll just say Herod Performance announced it has an official brand new Never Race 50th anniversary Ford Mustang Cobra Jet. allocated for its store in Melbourne, and it's willing to sell it to one lucky customer.
Okay, so that's why you got to get in quick because there's only one in Australia.
Yeah.
They're worth $132,000 US. You converted that earlier tonight.
It's 184,000 when you bring it over into some dollary dues.
Dollary dues, Aussie dollary dues.
Yeah.
So in Aussie dollary dues, 182,000.
Yeah.
And
184.
184 Aussie dollary dues, and it is a lot of money, but it's a lot of car too, right? Look at that thing. I actually like it. I like it, and I'm certainly not a Ford man, but I do like it. This is a mid 8-second drag car, right?
Comes fitted with parachute and wheelie bar.
5.2 litre V8, 3 litre Whipple supercharger. It's stripped right back. It's got roll cage, obviously race seat. It's got like a Haltech dash and stuff, a race pack dash.
Evening, Paulie. How you going?
G'day, mate.
I don't know. Let me get some comments here.
Yeah, go.
Few people dropping their gamer tags. I dropped the Discord if you wanna have a bit of a game night. Jump in Discord and let us know, and put your gamer tag in there, and we'll
we got a game
we'll
channel, I think, haven't we? And we've been a bit slack on getting on. And I think we only did 1 or 2 nights on there.
Yeah,
so far. So, but you can come along. You can beat me because I'm pretty easy to beat.
Keen for a Forza 7 race night. Here I'm doing a post on that on Discord now.
There's a post on Discord, so if you jump on the Discord, we will plan something and try and stream it. It'll be a bit of fun. Maybe it's good money in game streaming. We're watching that today. You sent me a link. Some guy game streaming.
You're watching Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah. What do you have? 600,000 people watching his stream?
No, today was about 50,000, I think.
Yeah, righto. How much money did he make out of that stream today?
I don't know. It was every second there was a $5 donation.
That's insane.
It was about one of them for, every chat message almost.
Believe that. That's crazy stuff. Anyway.
Couple more questions as we're going down. Jordan Senior says, what size tyre comes on it? Or senior, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going with senior because it looks.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look if I can find that.
No, there's no tyre on here.
It doesn't say. Let's tell us a bit about the story, Tolly. You're good at reading the stories because I've had a bit to drink. No, there's like double words everywhere for me.
Well, I think you already read it.
I did, but it doesn't mean I actually remember it.
No, you already read it out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, we were about to go to the next story before I started talking about comments.
Okay.
Mark Oliver says, hey guys, on the topic of real car stuff, I've been watching Motion Raceworks videos on YouTube. Well worth a look. Also ordered some parts for the VH.
Motion Raceworks.
There you go.
I'll write that down. I don't think I know that.
Big tick to those guys. Great to deal with. Awesome. Scotty Sherrington says, fully road registrable, of course.
Motion Raceworks. Check that out.
Fug a rug says, oh, only lunch money.
It's a bit of coin, but it's got a 9-inch diff and stuff in it as well. And
Zig says, I'd rather crack open a bottle of the piston piss.
Go for the Aston Martin piston whiskey. 9-inch solid rear axle grounding the power, 2-way coilovers handling squat, adjustable height suspension, along with a parachute and wheelie bar. The car, Herod Performance, as pictured online, is finished in Oxford white and sporting the optional Cobra Jet decals. Ford Performance in the States contacted Herod Performance owner Rob Herod and said, hey, we got a spare one here if you want to find someone to buy it. And he thought he'd put the thing up on his Facebook site and see how many people. You only need one buyer, he said. The example in question has not even left the Watson Racing factory in the United States.
There you go. Maybe they saw our Kenda stream and saw that there was a Coppo over here.
And they thought they had to do something and send it in. Definitely, probably they were watching for sure. They're going to do about 68 of these things. That's how many the official run is going to be. So
Going to be or was?
No, they're going to take a bit of time. They take some time to put together, they're saying.
Okay.
And they're doing a run of 68. And that run has been stretched over a couple of years.
They also announced a 1,044 kilowatt electric version.
I think we talked about that in an earlier episode.
Probably.
But that's an electric version, 1,400 horsepower. So there you go. All right, I'll move on. What else have we got? What's the next story? Well done.
And no more. G'day. How you going?
G'day, mate.
Dang dang. Good evening.
G'day, guys. Now, moving on from that one, we did mention that they're going to do
hang on, sorry. Jordan Senor has you guys seen that nitrous 900 something cube car on the Fuel Tech YouTube channel? Crazy, 3,000 plus horsepower.
No,
I haven't.
Fuel Tech.
And Zig says, have a look at Torque Hub, Aussie guys. I'll have to check it out.
Written down, both those. All right, we'll check that out later. Electric.
And Paulie said, I just guessed.
Oh, thought he'd actually look it up.
Was what you just did then. The laugh was the end of his comment.
Something like that. You got one? Electric Ford Mustangs. So talking about electric, we talked about the electric one being 1,400 horsepower. This one won't be. But electric Fords, people just laugh at electric Fords. But the Mark E has a new feature. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know? So does that mean I've got to tell you?
Yeah.
Well, the Mark E has a new feature, and it's some audio.
Audio engine noises, is that right?
Yeah. So how do
coming
they
through the radio, the stereo.
They sound something like, where is it? Is it in here?
What? I think you're looking for a sound that doesn't exist.
Yes. It says EcoBoost.
Oh.
EcoBoost. There you go. that's electric Ford sound. No, all seriousness.
G'day Mars, how we going?
G'day Mars. They're doing sound in through the speakers, engine sound.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So your electric car obviously has some issues with, I guess, people that can't see, can't hear you coming, and they can't see you coming.
I think it's a requirement that in the UK they all have to make some sort of noise.
I believe you are correct. But they've done some sort of audio wizardry so that the sound, when you're in the car, sounds like it's coming from the front of the car, like an engine.
There you go.
It's got engine Discord.
Oh, there's another video in Discord.
There's another video in Discord in the news channel that Marv put in, and I think that might be the sound. Keep going, but go back up.
This one?
No, not that one. No.
This is what it sounds like?
No, it doesn't sound like that. But you can try that.
Does it sound like this?
No, it doesn't sound like that. The embarrassing thing that video that you just played is a vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
The embarrassing thing is that video of all it does is give noises of a vacuum cleaner. There is no pictures. It's just noises of a vacuum cleaner. That video has more views than our entire channel of 150 odd videos.
There you go.
And they've got more views on that one video. They've got over 500,000 views on that of the sound of a vacuum cleaner.
There you go.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? But yes.
Paulie says it will be running a 385 drag radial. I Googled it this time.
He did. He checked it out. Thanks, mate.
Charles Galea, good evening.
Okay,
how are we going? Hi, guys. Hope you guys are all good. We are good.
I am very good.
Matty Crick says, show us the new Bronco. I don't know if we have any stories of that this week.
We don't have any Bronco stories this
Bob
week.
Down to let more noise from the engine in. They
By the
do it
way,
in
Bob
BRZ
Down's got a
as well.
72 Corvette
There you go.
purple. There you go, just off the top of my head.
Mhm.
It's not far
Michael-
from home.
Michael Maven says, oh, it sounds like when we make acai bowls.
Yes.
Darcy says, oh, that sucks.
Oh, good job. Good job. But yes, the Marquee, we'll move on from that story. But they're saying it won't sound like a V8, right?
No.
What sound are they going to put in?
Don't know, probably just a electrical buzz.
Well, here you go. The noise also changes based on which mode the vehicle is set to. There
Whisper,
are three:
engaged.
whisper, engaged, or unbridled.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have other two modes? Why would you have whisper and engaged? You would only need unbridled, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
I just don't see a need for anything else. Each mode is tuned to change the vehicle's driving dynamics.
Here you go.
So what are they saying?
Car drives to the sound.
Well, that's what it says here in the story.
Scotty S says, what do they say, Dave? Small things amuse small minds. Obviously, there is a lot of dummies out there.
I'm always
And Marv says, way to put our channels into perspective, Dave. We struggle for maybe a few hundred or 1,000 views, and a vacuum gets 500,000.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? It's so embarrassing.
Darcy says, yeah, my Dyson does that when you set it to max power.
The boost. Hang on. It's which sort of boost? Come on. Oh, you're just so slow at this. Ego boost.
It's on a different page. I'm set up for my quiz later.
We're not there yet.
Seconds down.
All right, let's move on.
Do you want to sell everyone on the Mustang?
Well, if you want a nice sounding car, then it's time to get yourself a Marquee and put it into. Oh, sorry, don't do it.
Or maybe if this is what you want.
There you go. You could have this cool screen, right? There's the Marquee with the screen for the audio system on picking your modes, and it has a great audio system as well. It looks a little bit Tesla-ish, doesn't it? Do you think they're going for a Tesla-ish sort of look?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Google. Google's just come into the conversation. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Google needs our consent. Hello. Hi. Hello, Google.
Paulie says, can we skip to Marf losing? I'm tired. Jordan Senor says, I have a hatred for C3 Corvettes only because I manually started it across the starter terminals. He's an auto elechy and was having dramas starting, but the gearbox mounts were screwed. So it changed into reverse and ran over my head.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh. Hell. We'll go back. Hang on, I'm skipping stories. Made me jump a story, but we'll go back to this one. Story for you, Tyler.
Nissan GTR 2023 detailed. You can leave it on that one if you want.
No. I was going to sneak out while you talk about the GTR.
Sneaking out. Of
Need
course. He's always
I
sneaking.
need another drink.
Getting me another water. I'm out of water. Oh, you want me to pass it? Do you need it? Just a touch. The new Nissan GTR 2023 has been detailed. R36 supercar due in 2 years to go hybrid. Guess they want to take up the McLaren P1 and Ferrari LaFerrari, all those sorts of cars that have gone for that hypercar sort of thing with the hybrid as well along the way. So let's have a look at this story because I haven't even read it yet. The report, which cites sources from within the US arm of Nissan as well as quotes from the brand Ku Ashwani Gupta, detailed the future of many nameplates in the brand's international lineup, not least of which is the heavily speculated R36 GTR. Nissan is confirmed to be working on a replacement, and the GTR alongside the Z are valued by the brand's current CEO, Makoto Uchida, as necessary for maintaining Nissan's enthusiast supporters. The information that was published by Automotive News suggests that the next GTR is headed for a 2023 release, a distant date which would make the current model 16 years old. And let me go back to this one, which is This is the GTR 50, which was by Atal Design. If it's anything to go by, the next GTR will be something to behold. But they're considering taking it to the next level and hybridizing it, the nameplate, by introducing a kinetic energy recovery system, also known as KERS, which is used in its ill-fated Le Mans GTR LM Nismo prototype of 2015. The KERS system is in the F1 as well, I believe. It's and I think the LaFerrari uses it as well, has a KERS system.
I have no idea.
It'll be interesting to see where they go.
I missed the whole story. I have no idea.
It's all right. We can go to the next one. I've already talked about it all.
You're all over it. Oh no, broken my computer. There it is. We're back. Next story. Maserati. Or Porsche. Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
So this has got a bit of barn dust on it.
Yeah.
So it's got to be worth a fair bit, right?
Yeah. This is a Porsche Carrera GT that's still waiting to be rescued after 8 long years.
Now, it's hard to believe that something like that just gets left behind.
Mm.
It's quite surprising. But this got left in a Maserati dealership, right?
Well, this 603 horsepower Porsche Carrera GT was left in a derelict Chinese Ferrari dealership due to new anti-corruption and anti-excessive consumption laws. Has since returned. For one reason or another, that meant that the only Ferrari dealership then in China had to be closed down. The brand has since returned to the country, and when it was closed down, it supposedly couldn't get rid of all their inventory.
Inventory. You say inventory, I say inventory. They couldn't get rid of all their inventory, and there was some cars left behind, and this is certainly one of them. Now, it's worth a few bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you knew how many.
No idea.
You just give me mm-hmm.
And Paulie says I'd abandon that hump of an overpriced Beetle too.
That's harsh. That's hard. I'd certainly go pick it up if it was for free. Look, and
Scotty S says barn find rescued. It just needs a wash.
it truly does. Clean out the fuel lines. It's probably a bit sludgy. There was only 1,270 of those built.
There you go.
That car is number 1,255, and there's only 3 in that particular colour red.
There you go.
It's a 5.7 litre V10, makes 603 horsepower, 435 pound-foot of torque, 6-speed manual transmission, weighs around 3,000 pounds. Zanzibar red metallic. So
yeah.
it is rare. There you go. It's done about 2,800 miles. It's not brand new.
Demo model.
2,800 miles, apparently, is what it's done.
Graham, good evening. Graham Ryan. Darcy
mate.
says aerodynamic VW in the wrong colour. Benson Hedges says, and it's stuck in China.
Yeah, surely someone would love to go and test out that V10 sit.
Yeah.
Like that many cars.
Yep. This photo is, if you're on the podcast and you can't see the screen, check out the show notes. This photo is showing cars stored at a vehicle graveyard amid the coronavirus slump.
I'm totally on the wrong story here, but we'll find the right one. Now
killed
Chris
everything.
isn't here
Hopefully
from.
this
I haven't seen Chris in the chat. Is he still there?
Chris Young?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been here.
he's there. Because this is a UK story, but obviously the slump is hit hard over there, and it's they got a lot of cars that are currently just sitting. That's at a former racetrack in the East Midlands of UK, and a multiple number of hire cars, ex-hire cars, and used cars at a Rockingham racetrack in Corby, in North Hampshire.
There you go. Sorry, I was just seeing if I could search.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was you. What did I do?
Chris Young says, looks like Avonmouth Docks. Paulie says that's not a vehicle graveyard. They're brand new cars that haven't been sold.
I don't know if they're brand new or secondhand. There's a lot of secondhand cars in there.
These
They're
are
used
hire
cars.
cars.
Well, and used cars.
These-
Used cars parked
Yeah.
around disused Rockingham racetrack.
Well, yeah, the thousands of hire cars have been photographed at a car graveyard at a former racetrack in the East Midlands in UK.
The second-hand sale market has also taken a hit with less drivers on the
Tony
road since
Dragarsky is
restrictions.
now following. Thanks, Tony.
G'day, Tony. Thank you. Yeah, obviously this has always been a bit of a storage yard, but the owner of this place has never seen this much demand for the storage as what there currently is. But they said that they've still got some space available.
There you go.
And actually, yeah, because look, right here, there's two. There's like maybe three. You fit 3 cars there.
Probably.
There's, over there. You fit a couple more in there.
Paulie says he read an article earlier in the week that
one
reckons...
down there
Hang on, I'm
somewhere.
trying to talk.
Oh, sorry.
Paulie says, I read an article earlier in the week that reckons that was all brand new Fords.
Oh, there you go. They're saying they're used cars. Used cars.
What was the comment I saw? Brad says, speaking of letting things sit, inserts pic of Blue Rodeo.
Yes. It's
A
been
bit slow
sitting
on
for
that
a
one,
while.
were you?
Yeah, sorry. I'd take a little bit of compute. Everyone needs to guess how many drinks I had before we started tonight.
Next story.
There you
Heading
go.
back
Next
over to
story.
China.
Back to
Chinese developers have built a motorway around a woman's tiny house after she neglected to sell it. She didn't want to give it up.
This story is on Channel 9 News and news.com. There's a few different places. We'll put it up in show notes. But they refused to move. Right?
The Chinese government has wanted the woman to sell the property to them for the past 10 years, but she's refused to budge. The woman who claimed she was offered a lackluster new home had also refused the government's offer of a new place next to a morgue. The building is known as a nail house, or dingzhu in Mandarin, because homeowners refused compensation from developers to demolish it. Instead, the woman stayed put and now has thousands of cars passing her home via the Haizhong Bridge.
Haizhong Bridge. He did work quite well with that one. Apparently, I think she's now going to move, is what I've heard. But there was a few different stories going around.
It says in this one that the woman has no problem with her new situation, saying she is happy to deal with the consequences and did not mind what other people thought of her.
Imagine having those cars coming across. Look at it. That's got to be crazy. How many people are just going to check out that place now? It's quite funny. There you go. Would you be that stubborn? Is anyone there that stubborn that they would say, nah, I'm not moving. You build around me. Obviously she was.
Maybe if I was like dead on the beach or something like that, like my house was just bang on the beach and they wanted me to move, then I'd probably be like, nah, I'm not moving.
I think I've been passed out on the beach once, and then like the sand thing come, like the tractor come down in the morning, and he's like, dude, and I'm like, nah, go around, brother, go around. I'm not moving. There you go. Hyundai. We need a Hyundai story.
Mm-hmm. I've got some comments there quickly.
Okay.
Scotty S says, my guest Dave is more than me, and I'm trying to catch up. He also says easy freeway access though.
Yeah, straight on.
Darcy says bang in a toll gate, make some coin.
That's an idea.
Lynn says imagine the noise. Jordan Senor says F that, more race car parts if I sell the house.
True.
Dang says my house is on a lake, so that's not possible. Mad Dad says tie balloons to the house like in the movie Up. Donated us $10. Thank you, Mad Dad.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Jordan says you can live in the car, but you can't race a house.
Yes. Yes, he's very, very true.
And Benson Hedges says if they want to knock down your house, they should be paying 5 times what it's worth.
Yeah, I think that's definitely. There goes the bling.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mad Dad.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Another bottle of Captain's. Just to give you more chuckles for next week.
Our Hyundai story is a very humble story from Brazil.
Hyundai brought out a new dog, I believe.
Hyundai in Brazil adopted a stray dog and made
Oh,
him.
okay. This is not a car.
And he's now been promoted to a car salesman.
You can watch their Instagram channel, I believe.
His name is Tucson.
Tucson Prime.
Yep.
Tucson Prime, or
Tucson. It's named after a car.
And it is going a bit viral.
No,
I
it's
think.
named after their best selling car over there.
The Tucson. Tuk Tuk. No,
the
not-
Tucson Prime. I think it's probably the Tuscan, maybe.
Maybe
The Tucson, sorry, not Tuscan.
Tucson.
Tucson over here.
Anyway, he's got promoted. He was doing a good job, right?
Yep. The grateful Pooch quickly made friends with the dealership's employees as well as their customers, and he was made an honorary employee, complete with his very own ID card, seen here in the photo, and which is handy to let customers know that he isn't Australian anymore.
Apparently, yeah, he's been promoted to salesman and can be seen guarding the Hyundai showroom daily.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He's a social media sensation, as animals seem to be these days. How bad is our need for content? Yeah, we still can't get more views than a vacuum cleaner.
Pronounced Tucson. We're in trouble.
There you go. You knew it. You just
Just when you see it without the Hyundai word in front of it.
you did know it. Check out their Instagram. It's quite good. We'll put the link in the show notes of the podcast as well. But there's a lot of different pictures every day of him in different scenarios at work with his headset on, taking calls, all sorts of stuff.
Next story.
Well, yes, and it's more Hyundai.
Mm-hmm. Have announced a shock new move as they've launched the Ioniq brand.
It's more Hyundai and a bit more about electric because, wouldn't be a Thursday night without Hyundai and electric cars.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put them into one story.
G'day, Zane. We played the sound from your clip earlier.
Yeah, you missed it. Eh?
Yeah, it wasn't here.
Do it again just for that.
Hang on. I've ended up in the wrong channel.
Oh, look, yeah, you've broken it.
Yeah, and this one.
So Hyundai,
There you go.
Hyundai have launched their own dedicated electric car brand. Ioniq doesn't sound anything like this. It sounds like Zane's R34 back on the road.
Wazza says, pull the vacuum out, guys. Maybe you get 1 million views.
Get the Dyson. We'll get the Dyson. I'll get the U-Butte chop vac out in the shed. I can't believe that actually had 500,000 views.
Marv says that's what we're missing, not more cowbell, more vacuum.
More vacuum. What do you know about this, Tyler? What do you know about this this brand? Is it going to be 3 models, I think?
No idea.
Was
You're
3
telling
in,
us,
there's
right?
3 in the picture. I don't know. I'm not really telling the story.
They will have 3 models by 2025. That's all I know. I only read that one line. It says they will have 3 models by 2025.
Ah.
We weren't very well prepared for the show tonight.
No, not at all. But there you go. There's the Ioniq 5. That's based on the Hyundai 45 concept. There's a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually...
Zane says, haha, yes, she is a bit loud. Paulie says, make it louder.
The Ioniq 6, based on the Hyundai Prophecy concept. I actually like the look of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
You're a fan? Are you going to get one?
Oh, probably not, because I can't afford one, and I'm like putting my life savings into a shed, the biggest shed I can fit in my block.
Fair enough.
The biggest shed I'm not allowed to fit in my block, but we'll fit it.
Essentially, they are already an EV leader in Australia, Hyundai. They also sell the electric Kona SUV.
Yep.
And I guess they just want to take on Tesla more full time with this brand, so that's the idea of it.
They should give us a Kona to test drive, do a video
Mm.
on. We've never driven an electric car.
No, never.
Hey, come on, all you dealers, send us an electric car to test drive for you. Come and invite us to a test drive day.
Yeah. Gary says, carport, Dave.
It is just a carport. That's right. Thank you. Talking about Tesla,
They've launched their own car wrapping service.
what do you reckon?
If you're a Tesla owner, the company has officially launched their own car wrapping service, not surface.
Well, it goes on the surface.
Yeah. For those that are unfamiliar with car wrapping, it isn't new, and
did you say it is new?
it isn't.
Oh,
Isn't. Isn't.
For those that aren't familiar with car wrapping. Who out there sitting there that goes, oh, what's car wrapping?
I don't know. Just in case. I'm just reading the story. It's vinyl film that goes over your car and helps change its colour. And in some cases, it adds a pattern. A pattern.
Yeah, if you want to get like a tartan wrap to go over your car. And you might do if you're trying to wrap your Tesla.
The upside to it is it means you won't have to spray over the existing colour. So if you decide to sell it off, you can just remove the wrap and your car will be back to its original colour. Look at that.
There you are. All right, we'll move on.
Zane says, don't know how to make it louder. Just put the exhaust straight out the bonnet.
Tyler could just turn the volume up for you.
No, he wants to make it. Paulie said make it louder IRL. So Zane.
Oh,
said
yeah.
how to.
In real life.
Yes.
If you don't want a Tesla,
Maybe you want a Lucid.
Lucid. I've been Lucid a few times.
The first all-electric car from Lucid Motors is expected to set a new industry benchmark.
It's to do with the range, right?
With more than 500 miles of range per charge.
517
Mhm.
miles per charge, I believe.
It's
So-
unprecedented, and it's a big step forward, says Peter Rawlinson from Lucid Motors.
That's not
He's
bad.
the CEO and CTO.
What's that in kilometres, Tyler?
Yeah, you're asking.
I am asking. You are correct. Well done.
832 kilometres.
I am asking. 832. That's not bad. That's a pretty good range. It is something people want, right, with their electric vehicles, make sure that they're not going to go flat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think electric vehicles will be like your phone? You get a new phone and it is good, right? Like a new phone, you get through the
I
whole
would say,
day,
yeah.
you still got like 40% charge left at the end of the day. You're like, I could go 2 days on this phone. But then after a while, next minute your phone doesn't seem to even get through the day and you got to charge it at 3 o'clock. Do you think, is it going to be like that with your car?
You're probably not loading your car full of software, though.
You get, when you first buy it, you're like, yeah, I get 517 miles. And then, 6 months later, you're like, oh, I only get 300 miles now.
I don't think it'll be like that.
Okay.
Maybe it will, but
Maybe.
not that soon. Because you're not bloating your software.
It's the Apple iPhone with their updates. Every time you do an update on your car, your battery life starts to get crappier.
Zane says, can of Bunnings Grey. I got a mate who can do it cheaper. Marv says from Sydney to the Gold Coast on one charge.
That's right. It's not bad.
Paulie says if you don't paint your car with Aussie export spray paint, you're fooling yourself.
That's the good gear.
Zane says how many coffee club runs can you do on that charge?
Definitely got to be a couple in it, hey?
Mm-hmm.
I had another Tesla story, but you think I would have put them all together, but I didn't. Maserati.
The Ghibli Trofeo.
I'm so glad you said that because I just couldn't even get that out this time of the night.
Italy's new fire-breathing muscle car.
Hoff's gone quiet. Is he even out there still? Is he?
I don't know.
He's fallen asleep on the couch.
Paulie was shit-talking him before.
Yeah, Hoff's fallen asleep on the couch.
Mad Kiwis dropped us $10.
Thank you, mate.
We have 13 cases of imported COVID. Bugger.
13? Wow. They upped the... they're
back in lockdown over there in NZ, I believe.
In Auckland, they were. Now, I only knew of 4, so obviously didn't watch the news tonight. What's the compact...
the Hoff's still
Ghibli?
here. The Hoff's still here.
Oh,
There you go.
he's still there. He's still awake, mate.
Zane says, couple of sherbets, Dave.
Just had a couple. I probably didn't need the Jägermeisters before the show, but that was fun.
I didn't know about them. Maserati has unveiled a V8 powered. There you go. It's V8. You want one of these, right? It's got a V8.
LS?
Twin turbo.
Is it an LS?
It's twin turbo V8.
What? You don't get an LS in your Maserati?
It's a 3.9 litre V8.
A Ferrari
built.
Ferrari built 3.9.
433 kilowatts.
3.9 litre V8. What's it? It's like a 253. What is that? Hey, come on. I think a 253 was... What was a 253? Was a 253 4 litre?
Don't know.
I don't remember. Never owned one.
The Hoff says, I stayed the entire show tonight. Jordan Senor's dropped us $1.50. Thank
Jordan. You, mate. Thank you.
Legend.
Thank you. And it all counts, mate, and I appreciate that. We really do. Now, I do mock it. This thing does 100 kilometres an hour in 4.3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. Goes all right.
Does do all right. You buying one?
4.2 litre. The 253.
There you go. This is a 3.9. Now, how much you got to pay for this? This is not cheap. I don't know. 4.2 litre in the 253, and that was a boat anchor.
Jordan dropped an emoticon in it and said that's the emotion of the effort that buys Maserati cars.
I could have a look at that.
Mad Dad says, did they steal a Land Rover 3.9 V8? They took this out of the Maserati. Where was it? I read it before. They pinched it from the Levante Trofeo Super SUV. That's where they got it from.
There you go. All right.
Marv says 3.9 is 238,241.
I'll just move on now and we'll go to...
Paulie says 3.9 and outperform a 6.2 litre hump. Zane says 2.5 litre in those Skylines, and that's pretty impressive.
It might outperform the 6.5 2 litre, but how much you got to pay for that? Hey? They do look good though. Look, that's the interior. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's go back to Teslas.
One. Tesla considers an all-in-one home, battery and electric car energy package.
I could see you doing this.
You reckon?
Would you do that? Would you get your Tesla battery for your house and your car and everything and get it all set up?
I had dreamt of the idea of being able to afford Tesla roof tiles.
And then you woke up?
Yeah.
I don't even know about Tesla roof tiles. I know about Tesla batteries.
They're solar roof tiles.
Okay.
So your whole roof is solar with these tiles.
Yeah. So is that what?
They're stronger than.
Do you get that in your home and car package?
By the looks of this house, it doesn't look like it. Actually, you might. That does look like maybe it's Tesla roof tiles. I don't know. It's probably not even a Tesla house.
It's just a picture. It's just a picture they came up with.
Yeah. They probably maybe they just Googled and went Tesla in front of house picture. Let's try.
It doesn't give us a lot of information, all right, about this.
No, I can't find the same picture that they used. Maybe they did source their own.
It just says that energy companies such as AGL, Origin, PowerShop in Australia are looking to offer cheaper tariffs for EV drivers and consider ways to encourage drivers to charge their EVs to help soak up
Mad Kiwis
excess
off.
electrical
Thanks for tuning
demand.
in,
Thanks, Mad Kiwi. Thank you for the donation.
Paulie says, doesn't matter, Dave. Winning is winning.
True. You'd love a Tesla battery though, wouldn't you, on your house?
Mm-hmm. It would be nice.
Well, if you get that, and then I'll get I'll take the Model 3 or whatever.
When you just got to ask any real racer. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
There you go.
I did rewatch the entire Fast and
What was
Furious
that, Blaine?
series. Milan or Ormerson is now following.
G'day, Milan Ormerson.
Probably butchered your last name, but I did recently rewatch the entire Fast and Furious, all the movies.
Did you?
Yeah.
Only the first two are only ones worth watching, aren't they?
I enjoy them all.
Anyway, I probably might get a bit of hate after that comment. There's probably plenty of people that like many of the others, but I'm only in for the originals. Talking about houses.
Zane says, I'll take the Model 3 if I have to.
I'd certainly like to just
Jordan
drive
says, how's the transition from Cars and Cops to Mission Impossible? It does get pretty full on in the end movies. And they start bringing in, and then there's a tank in one of the episodes in the movie. And
yeah, it's just too far. They take it too far. It's just... I
they
really
took
like
the
the
tank,
first
They
one.
took the tank out with a...
I really
with
actually
the
like the
car,
first one, and that was the good one.
What about Tokyo Drift? You didn't like Tokyo Drift? You got the best of both worlds there. You get an old school muscle car with an RB in it.
But it's, the fact that they got this like the 20-speed transmission in the car. Have you seen how many times they change gears while racing?
Yeah.
It's like a 20-speed. Anyway, talking about houses and not a Tesla house.
Well, that and they're really long quarter miles for 9-second cars.
Yes. Takes like 5 minutes.
Still
to
haven't
get
watched
down.
it, James. I still haven't watched it.
What haven't you watched?
Running on Empty.
It's poor, isn't it? It is so poor. I watched...
Jordan says, let's jump off a plane in a WRX.
What did I watch? I watched another car movie again the other night. Talladega Nights. I watched that one. Bit of shake and bake. Baby.
I actually watched that as well.
Oh, did you?
It. That's what got me into the Fast and Furious after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I watched that the other night. Netflix. It's on Netflix at the moment.
Yeah, I realised that Netflix had all the Fast and Furious movies again, so I watched all them as well.
Yep. I've had them for a little bit, yeah. Talladega's good. That's funny.
Gary says, all the Fast and Furious and no running on empty, question mark.
If you're not winning, you're losing.
Zane says, RB swapped Mustangs, can't beat reliability. Mad Dad says, very sad, Tyler.
It is, isn't it? He needs to see it. Anyway, talking about houses, this one here looks just like a big house, but a nice house. That's Aussie Pro Stock drag racer, Jason Hedges.
There you go.
That's he's selling this now. Pretty nice house, and beautiful things like media rooms, and kitchens, and all the rest of it.
Zane's got the good quote: "If you ain't first, you're last."
If you ain't first, you're last. That's it.
Do you think just next time I can do the slingshot?
But then how would I be winning? If you won, how could I win? Anyway, you could have the nice media room, but who cares about that? Because look at the sheds. That's what it's all about. It's about the sheds. Look at that.
Paulie says
bad,
two-lane
hey,
blacktop is the greatest car movie ever.
Oh, no, I disagree. No, running on empty is definitely above that. I don't know. Two-lane blacktop. The story just doesn't flow. I don't know. I don't find the story flow. It's not like, yeah.
Maybe you need to watch it a second time, like Fight Club.
Have you watched it?
I haven't.
It's on the server.
Yeah.
You can watch it. You've got access to it.
Yeah, no, I got you access to it.
No, running on empties. Oh, I think it's much better. But I am a big Aussie movie fan as well. So, and I would definitely rate Running on Empty and Mad Max well above it.
Yeah.
But everyone to their own. Anyway, cool sheds.
This 5-bedroom country house on more than 10 hectares in far western Sydney. As
Now,
a
you're
dream home.
going to buy a home. Why don't you get something like this?
Probably well out of my price range.
It's not that dear. It's what, $4 million. You got all this YouTube money.
It's only like
Look, you've got like, half of that tonight. It's $30.
30. Oh,
Oh,
think
except
we-
you don't
I
actually
think
get
it's
any of
about-
it. It goes back into the channel.
yeah. I think we got about 80. Yeah, I don't know.
80, yeah.
Something like that.
There you go. Take that off $4 million.
Paulie says, what do you mean, Dave?
Nah.
It's a movie where 2 guys race a GDO in a gasser.
Yeah, I don't know. Jumps all over the place. It's like it's got less flow than a Quentin Tarantino movie. So at least I could track those. I don't know. I just like Running on Empty. Hey, piss off. What sort of name's that? There you go. If you look at the shed, look at that shed. How cool is that? You can have a shed like that. That's just one of them.
560 square metre garage with a games room, car showroom, and enough undercover parking
There's your
for
car showroom.
23 cars.
Not bad. Oh, that's the next story. Whoops. Go back one. There you go. There's your car showroom. Buy that. We'll move to the next story now because I already jumped to it. Rolls Royce.
The new Rolls Royce Ghost will be all-wheel drive.
One more story after this one. We'll breeze through these and then we've got the quiz.
Mm-hmm.
Just shout out to Scotty and Marv. Heads up. Quiz coming. The new Rolls Royce Ghost. Yeah. Or drive, you might get one of those to park in your $4 million new house. No?
Probably not.
No? Well, they could be worth 1 million, 1.2 million or something, wouldn't
I
they?
don't know. Isn't the Phantom the bigger one?
The Phantom is, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that's the thing. Is, back in
You
the
would
day
go
on
for
the
that.
top- yeah, like, if you're going to buy, you might as well. Otherwise, like, as...
You don't want one with
well,
all-wheel
top-
drive and four-wheel drive
top-
steering, four-wheel steering.
Yeah. Top Gear did an episode years and years ago, back when James May and Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond were there. And they were talking about, Jordan Senor's $7.99. Thank you. Shed Talk
Thank you,
is the
mate.
best.
Thank you, mate. We'll have a whole series on shed soon as my shed starts to get built.
And
Plenty of shed stuff. And then we've got to start our series on what's in your shed.
this was all about, they were trying to work out what the best car would be for the Mafia. They had all these cars and the Ghost was one of them. And they got to the end and then they, Jeremy Clarkson, I think, said it best. He said, if you're a mobster and you pull up in the lights in your Ghost, and then Simon Cowell pulls alongside you in his larger Phantom and just rolls down the window and goes, Simon Cowell pulls up next to you. You just might as well buy the Phantom.
There you go. Fair enough. All right. Well, I don't know what to say to that. What about the Cullinan?
The what?
The Cullinan.
Come again?
That's another model.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It has a 6.75 litre twin turbo V12. The Ghost, which is the same as the Cullinan. 450 kilowatts, so it's not as massive as you would think. But yeah,
But it's probably pretty slow because you're moving around a big car.
it's officially launched in Europe in September, so
There you
next
go.
month, and going to be priced at $545,000 plus on-road costs in Australia. So if you're buying a $4 million property with bloody 28 car garage, you could probably afford to put one of these in there as well. All right, we'll move on to the next one.
There's lots of movie talk going on in the chat.
There was. So isn't it just a great segue then?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us some of the movie talk. Did anyone mention Knight Rider? I bet you they didn't.
No.
Because there's no Knight Rider movie. That was a television series. That confused you, didn't it? You had to look like, hey, what? do you even know the Knight Rider television series? Have you ever seen an episode of the Knight Rider?
Probably not a full episode. Just segments.
Of a bit of David Hasselhoff.
Oh, so you mean it's not the Hoff in the chat?
Different Hoff.
It says the Hoff here, though.
Yeah, it's a different Hoff.
Oh, okay.
It's David Hasselhoff. Yeah. You've never seen the Knight Rider? I don't know, but we're going to tell me some of the comments.
My time.
We got some movie comments.
Huh. Okay. And you can read the comments too. I
could.
The comment reading.
I could, but it's like, I don't know. I see there's a lot more for me. There's 2 of every comment. Yeah, 3, 6 and 3/4. I know I'm way behind. You make more sense of it than me.
Lots of people saying, just look at it. Would you look at it? Baby Driver from Matty Creek.
What are we looking at? Baby Driver.
I think they're quoting things from movies. I don't know.
I've watched Baby Driver. Oh, Johnny Skidpig hasn't seen Midnight Spares. Tyler hasn't seen that either. I know that without even asking him.
I don't even know what the name was.
But Midnight Spares is another good movie, yeah. I think you can find Midnight Spares on YouTube.
There you go.
I reckon you'll find it on there. I'm sure I've watched it on there last time. All right. Talking about movies, Knight Rider movie. It's actually, there's talk that they're going to make a movie on the Knight Rider. Now, it is a television series, Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a movie, but there is talk that they are going to make a movie. So
you're not going to hassle me, Hoff, about this?
Do you know, well, the star was not necessarily David Hasselhoff, but it might have been the car, Kit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know the name.
Yeah.
You're all over it.
There may have been segments where it showed up in cartoon series and whatnot.
Yeah. You had to work out what it was. So Kit, the talking car, had a lot of different features. Kit did. He a bit of everything. You never knew all the features that Kit had because every episode there was always something new. They're talking about making a movie. Do you think the Hasselhoff will come back?
Maybe not. Don't know.
I doubt it.
We don't even know if they will make the movie yet. So
it's not confirmed, right?
No.
But there's talk.
It's in the early planning stages. No actors, vehicle or human, have been attached to the film.
But they're saying Spyglass Media is talking about producing it. James Wan. He is the person that directed Furious 7. There you go. One of your favourites, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one where they drag the safe around or something?
No, that's 6. I think. Oh, no, it's Fast and Furious where they did that. It's just called Fast and Furious.
Faster and Furious, yeah?
No, just Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Furious 7, they was the Jason Statham, and he throws the grenades in the helicopter at the end. And
yeah, that sounds very car racing.
Like a helicopter chasing them around, like an attack helicopter chasing them around with a Predator drone, and they're trying to stop people from using this thing that hacks into all the cameras.
Go home, pizza boy.
You know what car that guy's in?
Honda Integra?
He's in a 33.
Oh, is he? I thought he might have been in an Integra.
When he tells him, find another way home, that's it. He's sitting there in a 33.
There you go. All right. Well, who would be keen for a Knight Rider movie? And
no one.
No one.
Looks at the chat. Maybe, I don't know. At least one of the comments, Matty Crick said Knight Rider was shit.
Wasn't the greatest, but it was the 80s. It was all right.
Jordan
I was more of a
Senor.
Magnum PI guy myself, but
Jordan
Still
Senor
am.
says David hassled the Hoff by bringing his car with 200,000 kilometres, spark plugs, 20k old oil, no transcooler, and a China wastegate.
Look, I was all about Magnum PI and the Ferrari myself, but
Darcy says Kip was like a Microsoft operating system, constant updates.
It's like what was the other one though?
Dave Ray says, I have a photo of me in the kit car at a Gold Coast many years ago in the 80s at the old Sundale Shopping Centre. There you go. Fex Death, g'day.
Look, we're just buffering on my screen. Sorry, I just went my screen and we're buffering it where it says a China wastegate in the subtitles.
Yeah.
How did we get it? I don't even remember saying that.
Johnny Skidpig says, in Fast and Furious, the pizza boy was also the producer. There you go.
Oh, really? Didn't know that. All right, we should get to our main event.
It was also an impromptu line when Dwayne the Rock Johnson walks up in the end of one of the movies.
Wasn't in the first one.
No, not in the first one. He's walking up to the house where they're having their feast to talk to Toretto, and he's walking up and then I can't think of the guy's name now, but he says to him, "You better hide your baby oil." And then it was off the cuff a reply from The Rock. He said, "You better hide that big ass forehead," and they left it in the movie.
Okay. Funny. All right, we should just move on to the quiz because this is what people are sticking around to wait and see the quiz to see Scotty Marf challenge.
Well, that's what Paulie's sticking around for. He said he wants to see Marf lose.
Well, we don't know. We don't know which way it'll go.
And Paulie says the silver Skyline in Too Fast, Too Furious was front Central Coast, New South Wales. There you go. Or maybe from.
Oh.
I don't know.
What's it? I'll go with from. There's someone yelling out to us then?
Yeah, I don't know. What about? Can never hear.
There's something yelling out from the background.
All right. We got some people. G'day, Scott. How you going?
Oh, yep. G'day.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good.
And Marv, how you going?
Once again.
G'day, Marv.
I can't hear Scotty.
You can't?
Oh, no way.
No, this sucks.
What have you done?
We've been chatting away. We've just been chatting away.
I don't even think it's me. I think it's my boy.
Can we change it into a different call or something, Tyler, instead of the channel?
Yeah, we'll just go to the waiting room and try that out.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Can you hear Scotty now, Marv? If Scotty talks.
Yeah, I'm here.
Nah, it's
Can
your
you
fault,
hear me?
Tyler.
Am I back in the waiting room?
Yeah,
We're all back in the waiting room.
We're all in the waiting room.
Are we all in the waiting room?
Yep.
Oh, well.
You still can't hear
Marv? I can't hear Scotty again.
You can't hear me at all.
It's while I'm connected with you. I don't know why, Tyler.
Wow.
Oh, well. Let's do it again.
All right.
Wow.
It's just making it difficult on you. I don't know why.
But you
So
can hear
what have you
Marv,
done,
Scotty?
Tyler? You're rigging it so
I
you
realise
don't
you
do
want to stack
burnouts
the
on your
deck against me.
players.
Okay, you get desperate. It's like 5 weeks left. You're worrying that I'm going to melt your tyres apart stupidly. So you're stacking the deck senseless.
He
It's
did say
okay,
he needed
I
new
understand.
tyres.
Not if I melt them first, Marv. If there's no tyres there left to melt, then...
Oh, no, I've got the tyres. I was just going to find the 17-inch rims. And then me and your dad will just quickly jack it up, put it on. Come on, Tyler. Time to put it on.
It's just got to happen.
He's not doing himself any favours, is he, Tyler?
It is inevitable.
The Hoff says
true.
maybe he's deaf in one ear.
There you go.
Or both.
I wish it was one ear. It's both ears, unfortunately. Because I can hear the boys through the headset, but I can't hear anything else. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
It's great I can shit talk him and he can't say anything about
But he's got no idea what you're saying, so, yeah. What?
Oh, you could talk so much shit at me right now, Scotty, and I'd be like,
I can't believe you don't
totally.
like...
Exactly. You're right. You're totally right.
You really think Cressidas are that bad, Scott? Oh, just Marv's Cressida. Oh, fair enough. No, he didn't say that.
Now you're setting me up, Dave.
Just a little. All right, Tyler, quiz master. What do we got tonight? What's the quiz looking like?
We got questions.
We got questions. There you go.
You
ready? Are you ready for questions, Marv and Scott?
Yes.
As it'll ever be.
We got questions and got some help from some friends.
Oh,
We
shit.
got-
I
we got-
knew the
we
deck
got-
was going to be stacked.
We got
I
help.
knew.
We got help from Gary Sparkplug. We got help from Brad and Paige. Helped us make some questions this week.
Oh, okay. That's a bit better than some of the other suggestions that were coming through on Discord this week. Like, hell no.
No, it's very
so
fair.
we've got questions on rodeos and general pharmacy questions.
General pharmacy questions from Paige.
Yeah.
About different drug groups.
All right.
Rants.
All right, let's test the buzzers and get into the quiz. Marf, your buzzer.
To it.
Marf.
And Scotty, your buzzer.
Scotty.
Perfect.
Done well so far.
Question number 1. In 2008, how many manufacturers of passenger cars were building in Australia? Marf?
2008 was 4.
Correct, it was.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well done.
on that one.
Holden, Toyota,
I didn't ask
Ford,
for the names.
and
I don't know who
Mitsubishi.
they are.
They were the 4.
There you
No,
go.
but I just know the 4.
Paulie should have made the questions, he says. There you go.
I
Rat
hate
thinks
Paul.
there's no idea.
Thought you would have known that, Ron.
The screen. You got the wrong screen up.
Oh, always on to me.
All right. Question number 2. Hybrid powertrains were assembled in Australia by which company for passenger cars?
Scott.
Oh, geez, I don't know who that was. They both lit up at the same time. What do you reckon?
I thought it was Marf on through my headphones.
All right, Marf.
Toyota.
It was. Question number 3. What year did Holden and Toyota start sharing the Corolla platform? Was it
Scott.
Yes, they're both answering at the same time. I don't know who's answering this.
You'll pick on that one. I couldn't tell.
I'll go with Scott.
Yeah, I'll
think it was
give him
Scott.
the first go.
Hang on. The roller platform was. Oh. No, give it to Marv.
Marv?
I haven't heard anything, so what options?
He didn't answer anything, so
Yeah,
he said
what
he couldn't
options?
remember. A, 1987, B, 1989, C, 1990, D, 1985.
A, 1987.
It was not 1987.
1990.
1990? No, it wasn't 1990 either. It was 1989.
No points. No
Really?
points in that one.
Corolla Nova. I was sure it was 87. Oh, no, that's right. A, 92.
No,
Damn it. I'm thinking 82.
Question number
Idiot
4.
mush.
Tough
Question
questions this
number
week.
4.
Hey, tough questions.
What is
idiot.
the maximum gross vehicle mass permitted to be driven on an open car license?
Scott.
Scott.
4,500 kilos.
Correct. Well done. Question number 5. In what year did Holden launch the first Commodore?
Scott.
Marf?
Marv.
Yeah, Marf, I heard you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear your response. 1970. I'm going to go incorrectly here, but I'm going to say 9.
It was not 1979. Scott?
Scott. 1978.
Correctly.
It was 1978. That is correct.
Yep, exactly. That's why I
Evens
said I
up
knew
the
it was gonna be
scoreboard.
incorrect.
Evens up the scoreboard. 2 apiece, guys. 2 apiece.
Question number 6. Sir Alec Isagonis is famed as one of the most important car designers of all time. But which iconic model did he create? Was it A, the Volkswagen Beetle, B, the Land Rover Defender, C, the Mercedes Isagonis,
Marv.
Scott.
or Marf, you buzzed in?
I was going to say the Mercedes is going to, but it's a trick question now.
Well, is that your answer?
Yeah, I was gonna.
All right. It was not the Mercedes Isagonis. And D, the Mini. Scott?
Ooh, the Mini.
It was the Mini. Dad told me to throw in the Mercedes Isagonis to throw it off too.
No, I said I was gonna, and I held off, and you didn't get a chance to answer. You just buzzed me.
They're stitching you, Marv. I know you can't hear me, but they're stitching you.
Question number 7. The 70 series of current Toyota Land Cruisers is special because it is the last four-wheel drive to have A, turbo diesel, B, solid axle front and rear, C, steel rims. Scott.
Solid axle, front and rear.
That is correct. It is the solid axle.
He's in front, Marv. He's in front. He's got two on you.
It's pretty much going to get me.
Question number 8. What was the smell of the Eco Wash? Marv?
Banana.
That's correct.
Oh, it's coming back. One off.
Bonus question. What's the smell of Tyler's hands now still?
Tyler's hands still smell banana. Yes.
Question number 9. How much of the car wash was used in the video? Marv?
3 ounces.
Correct.
4 all.
Question number 10.
Last question.
What was Dave's favourite product out of the range? Marv?
Scott.
The hand wax.
Oh,
It was the hand wax.
Oh, you came through.
Oh, God.
Down to the last question. Aren't you lucky you watched all the car wash stuff? Hey, well done,
I
Marv.
do not care what anyone says. Scotty is the hardest person to face. And every time I face this man, I brick more bricks than is around the Marv garage. It's just so crazy how bad it gets all week. And I know the anxiety gets to me. And then to be 4-2 behind with 3 questions left. Oh.
Good work, mate.
You did well on the video questions this week, Marv. Scotty says good work. Scotty said good work, Marv. You can't hear him, but...
Oh, don't worry. We'll go back in the waiting room. When you leave, we'll just talk together.
Oh,
God.
Bonus question, though, just for Shiggles.
Bonus. How did the Ford Mustang get its name? Marv?
It was the first pony car.
No, that's not the answer.
Oh, I'm still relieved.
How did the Ford Mustang get its name? Was it A, breed of horse, B, Henry Ford's wife's maiden name, or C, World War II fighter plane? Scotty.
Scott, World War II fighter plane.
That's correct, it was.
Oh, come on. I thought it was the wife's name.
Oh, funny stuff. Well done, guys.
That's why I was just still relieved. I'm just like,
well, look, it was good. It was good. It was very close, right down to the wire. Well done. And Scott, mate, you got your roller? You needed to get a roller?
Yeah, 2,000 Ks later, we got a roller.
All good?
That's not including the drive up. Oh, it's awesome. It's actually a really nice car. Spent a day and a half polishing it, detailing it, making it look right, servicing it. It's mint.
I should have hooked you up with some binder.
No, you could have done. I should have done. I don't have any shiny cars, and you know the sort of cars I'm into, Dave.
Yeah, true. The old trucks. Yeah, definitely. What was that bling, Tyler?
That was $22.99 from Matty Crick. Thank you, Matty.
Thank you, Matty. Thank you.
He said he'd donate 20 if I win. So
you're a legend. Well done. Thank you. All right, guys. We'll let you go back to the waiting room and
we're still in the waiting room.
Have a chat. We'll jump out. We'll jump out.
Get out of my waiting room.
Thanks, guys.
See you, boys.
See you guys. Have a great week.
You too.
Well, I guess, Tyler, we're going to have a quick look at the what's on, mate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have the page open, so I do need to fix that up. You're doing the quiz. We're getting the quiz ready for next week, or the entries. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah? I just see you tapping away at a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. If you want to have a go at the quiz, a chance at facing Marv, jump in our Discord channel, linked there in the chat by Nightbot in just a second.
Someone's got to take him down.
Should already be linked by the time this comes through for you guys. Jump on that link. It's free. Sign up. Jump in there. Giveaways channel. Hit the little Tadar icon.
You need to take him down because Tyler, doesn't want to let him do any burnouts in his car. So,
Well, I'm just curious if can anyone stop him before he takes a year-long 52-week record.
True.
He's only got 40 more weeks now.
Only 40 more weeks and it could happen. All right, what have we got in the way of events? Friday night, we've got Munchies. That's what we got.
There you go.
Head on down to Elizabeth Street, Acacia Ridge, and you can go to Munchies as every week. I think Downshift have got a track battle on at Queensland Raceway as well.
They certainly do. Well, we've got one thing that you skipped.
Will you do it? Go.
We've got the wheel. We've got the wheel.
The wheel of Marf and Hoff.
The wheel of Marf and Hoff. You got your favourite music on again.
Mafia Boys World.
Oh, look out!
He's taking another win.
Oh, Marf, you've taken out the win. Oh, it's your week, mate. It's your week. You better put in the lotto. RSL Art Union. Hey, get yourself a penthouse on the Coolangatta. You've got to get in all those draws.
Matty Crick says Marf's brain is like an encyclopedia of cars, and James Bayliss does the correct correction there. It's the encyclomedia.
The encyclomedia. Spot on, mate. The encyclomedia. The owner of the encyclomedia. Back to what's on. We've got a little bit on this weekend, Saturday morning. Now, it is actually, it's a pity there's not more on tomorrow because it is a public holiday for most around Brisbane, Gold Coast.
Mm-hmm.
It is the
The Hoff's getting in on the quiz by the sounds of this. By the sounds of it, says time to end your quiz streak.
Time to enter. Get on it, Hoff. Get on it. You just got to answer quick and just pick A, B, or C or D.
Well, it's usually just A, B, and C.
Or you could be like Sally, just answer and go France and be correct.
Before I even read out the question, right, wasn't it?
I don't know how that came up. She did well. But yes, you thought there would be more of Friday events, but there's not as many as you would think. But it is a long weekend for many, so you need to get out to some car events. Obviously, on Saturday, you have the Test and Tune.
Did you know that there was a Euro car meet and cruise tonight? Just down the road?
Tonight, was there?
Yeah.
That was like at the end of our street.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. But even though I put it in my calendar,
Mhm.
I should have known. It's in my calendar, and it's on our webpage. That's like 500 metres down the road. There was a Euro car meet. We missed that one because we were here.
Did you mention Cars and Coffee at North Lakes on Saturday?
No, it's just getting to Saturday.
Getting to Saturday now?
Yep.
Cars and Coffee at North Lakes is on. Platinum Auto Group, 21 Taurus Crescent.
Cars and Coffee Gold Coast is also one.
In Mudgeeraba.
What time? So what time was North Lakes?
7 a.m. till 9 a.m. and Gold Coast is 7:30 till 9:30.
You've got half an hour to get from there to Gold Coast to go to the one at 238 Mudgeeraba Road, Mudgeeraba.
Test and Tune is on out at Willowbank from 10 a.m. till 3. So if you're
That's
entered,
where we'll be.
You better be out there if you're entered.
And just a tip, right? Some of these events at the moment in the way of the drag events and things like Test and Tune, right? So, okay, there's no spectators on Saturday, right? But you could have entered a car for $60. And then you can enter as many crew as you want for $20 each. There's your way to go and watch the event. Enter your whatever. Your Toyota Land Cruiser. It doesn't matter. Your Hyundai Tucson. You can enter whatever you want for $60. You don't even have to run down the track. But why not take it for a run down the track?
Yeah, have a bit of fun.
Why
Darcy
not?
says afternoon free practice at QR.
Oh, there you go. On Saturday, Darcy? Was that? Have we got that in the calendar? No, we don't.
I do enjoy a bit of circuit racing.
Yes. Take the Skyline out. Might have to have a look while we're already there.
See you, Paulie.
See you, mate. Marf won. You stayed to watch. There's also Cool Park Up and Cruise on at Stocklands at Burleigh on the Gold Coast at 5:30 p.m. So Stockland's shopping centre. We haven't been down there since the last Twisted Society car meet.
Afternoon practice on Friday.
Oh, that's on Friday. Well, it is a public holiday.
Mm-hmm. What am I looking?
You searching something?
I'm looking for car events in New South Wales. Vex Death asked.
Please link us any if you see them come up so that we can get them on our website as well, guys. If you're in New South Wales, Victoria, a lot of things that we see on Facebook, we automatically add everything into our calendar so people can find it and find it on our website. But we often only get fed up things that are in our local area. So hence why there's so much Queensland, Brisbane.
Darcy says
Gold
not
Coast stuff.
free as in $no, just all categories.
Okay.
There you go.
Look it up.
Paulie says, Tyler, are you racing the Skyline to the strip? Are you racing their Skyline to the strip?
Skyline won't hit the drag strip this
No.
week. No, just the ute. That'll be a later video. Can't use up all that content in one video.
Mm-hmm.
Space that stuff out.
I'll do some events quickly for Vex Death.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Greenway Muscle Cars and Bikes at Greenway Wetherill Park from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. on Saturday. McGrath's Hill Cars, Coffee and a Feed at McGrath's Hill Home Industry Road Vineyard, New South Wales. That's 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Sunday. Let's have a quick look. Keep going. There's a JDM Car Club Crew Meet and Cruise from World Gym Chullora at 7 p.m.
I know where Chullora is. That's down near Greenacre, not far from Parramatta. About 15 minutes from Parramatta. Yep.
That one's today. That's no use to me.
You're caught up?
There's a... No, that's not there either. It's cancelled.
A lot cancelled at the moment.
Yeah.
It is hard with
That's all I can see for this weekend, Fex.
not too bad. There's probably more in New South Wales than I would have thought.
No. I won't be running the strip in the Skyline this weekend, Paulie, so I'm not sure if I'll cruise it out there yet or not, or whether I'll just take the daily.
A few different things on Sunday as well. We've got laps at the Lakeside Raceway.
Yep.
Queensland Raceway at Lakeside Park.
7:30 till 9 a.m.
We've got Hardy Gras. Breakfast with the Cars at Rathdowney Memorial Grounds. That's on at 8 a.m.
till 12.
Sunny Coast.
Outcast Cruises, the Sunny Coast Hinterland, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm not sure where that's leaving from.
Looking up the info for that.
Leaving, meeting at BP Northbound, Bruce Highway at 6 a.m.
There's also an August monthly club cruise on out with the GC Muscle Car Club. Now that's all welcome to that one, and that is leaving Bunnings Warehouse at Arundel at 8 a.m. For anyone on the Gold Coast interested in attending that one. Lakeside Carnacross Day is also on, so there's a few things on it, like Lakeside. That kicks off at 8:30, and that's obviously Lakeside Raceway, Queensland Raceway, Lakeside Park as well. United Cruise Plainland Run. So heading to Plainland from Hyperdome Shopping Centre at 9 a.m. SS Streeters have got a cruise and barbecue on. That's Holden SS Club for leaving from Kookaburra Park.
9:30.
9:30 a.m.
Jordan Senor says, cheers for the stream, boys. No worries.
Thank you for joining us,
Crick
Jordan.
says, when
Thanks
is
for
the
donation.
HJ hitting the strip?
Mate, the HJ is waiting on its interior to come back. So it currently has a camp chair.
For a driver's seat.
Yeah. So it has no interior at the moment. And we've got Queensland Raceway. We've got the street sprints on out there.
They don't. That's the BRZ club. It's got a private event.
Oh, that's a private one.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't go to that. Sorry.
You can, I guess, if they have enough spots left.
check out the BRZ Club.
Mm-hmm. Just search this event on Facebook. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. So.
Or you'll find it on links to it on our website.
On our website, yeah.
On
events.
overtakinglane.com.au/events if you're looking for something to do on the weekend. Long weekend for many. Hope you're getting out and doing something in the cars. That's about all we got.
Mars says Melbourne cruise from the start to the end of your driveway.
Yeah, you're not going real far. Be careful you don't get pulled over on that driveway.
James says, come on, Dave, what's wrong with that? Camp chair.
Yeah, it's been driven.
Probably not teched for it. For the strip, right?
Well, it's got new seat belts. Just the seat's not bolted in, but the seat belts are. It's been started and driven like that, but we do need some
Down
seats.
the driveway.
Yeah, and out the front on the road. That's it, as far as it went. So, but hopefully we get that. We get that soon. We still got to talk about whether we're pulling the matting up and doing the dynamat or whatever we're going to do down there. Roadkill.
We've still got to talk about it, or you've just got to try and organise whether we can do that.
I got to try and see if I can.
Because if we can get it, then we'll do it.
If I can convince a company to send it to me for free, then it's happening.
Yeah.
Because I have no money left because of all the money that's going into the shed. There's nothing for car parts. It's all shed. Otherwise, it'd be more project cars, but nothing at the moment. All right. Well, there's another week. Done and dusted, mate.
Yeah. That's it.
Another
Thanks,
live
everyone,
show.
for tuning in.
60 of them. 60 live shows. 6 podcasts. You've got to upload a podcast now. We'll throw that up. That'll be on Anchor FM tonight. It'll be on Spotify tomorrow. It'll be on... I don't know where else. Podcast One. I don't know.
I don't know if we're on Podcast One, are we?
I don't know. We're on Castbox.
There you go.
That's the one I use.
Castbox.
We're on Castbox. We're on. Are we on Apple? I don't know.
Apple Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts. We are.
We're on all these places. So if you want to listen back at some point throughout your day while you're going for a drive, maybe you want to have a listen back and go, how many drinks had Dave had at that point? Then you should just do that and check us out. Spotify is obviously, everyone's got Spotify.
Yeah.
So get on it. Check it out.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.
Be seen in the car scene. Stay in the right lane.